And here we are. We are live. We're getting into Richard. I've cut the intro short because there's a lot of stuff I need to get done. And there's a lot of court stuff that needs to be done. I need to open up certain things. Okay. What do I need to do? That's open. I need to open the case tonight, as well as a copy of the motion to dismiss that I've filed, so I can have that all quickly to reference. Food-wise, that needs binning, that needs shredding, which you can do both at the same time. Any phone calls? Okay. Sorry I missed your message. I went to bed early. My friends at work. In the office, what do you think? Yeah, he's looking really good. Shame that the monitor doesn't go through, but yeah. Phone calls missed was just Andy. That's okay. Yeah, we just get on with the day. Good evening.
Even. I must be wrong.
If you wish to follow me.
Yes, thank you.
Where do we get
Not
a
you.
job, mate? What you say, mate?
Hello?
Fuck you.
You might
said
want to
not
go and
you.
you might want to go get some clothes like that.
Yes, you're naked in the courtroom. Naked in the courtroom.
Right. Waste disposal for them. Dead freezer. Get half of them. Some of these are out, so they're good. The next three are bad. And then I don't know where the rest of them, so I'll get them and I'll split that into one. Get that binned.
No, of course. Of course. Sorry, mate. Sorry, I don't know who you think you are. Take the mask off, please. Don't mind. You just take the mask off for me, please.
Alright, of course, yeah, sorry.
Is that Lisby?
take the mask off.
Over there.
Excuse me, please.
Is that Lisby, mate?
I've no clue who that is.
Oh.
Is there any bailiffs on radio? It's Salvador Snuck as we enter the jury room.
I can see it.
Come
Mate,
out
where
the
do we
room.
get a job?
John, no?
What was that, sorry?
Where do we get a job?
There's the bus job, there's the bin job
There's the bus job.
at the bus station.
We're a bit skimp, mate. We just need 400 quid to get some burgers and some pop. That's all.
Okay, yeah, so, yeah, like I said, the bus job is down by, at the bus station.
All right, have you got 500 notes on you to lend me to get down
I
there?
do not know.
You look like a man with money, mate.
Okay, yeah, but I do not know.
What's your name, buddy?
I'm not at liberty to say that at this moment, please.
Oh, that's a bit funny, isn't it? I don't know what your problem is, sir. Well, if you want to sniff more boxes, I'll let you.
Yeah, no.
What? Why is he just passed out?
I've just died of hunger.
Well, that's not good. I can get an ambulance here or something for you.
Well, you're not
Please,
dead,
mate.
brother. You're still alive, mate.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
Stuck,
I'm
what have you
not
done
dead,
to
I'm
him?
still alive. I've
Oh my
passed
God.
out.
You just passed out.
Starving.
You just passed out. Yeah. Don't worry, I just called for medical for you.
Cheers, mate.
Bloody hell, mate. You look a bit worse for wear there. I need to go get changed. So, is there a bus job on the map, bro?
Yeah, I'll be at the bus station down by the hospital.
Good money.
I wouldn't know. I've never driven a bus myself, but a client of mine has, and he got about 25,000 a day.
A day.
Yep.
Hello, mate.
Alright, what's up?
What's your name?
Dan, mate, what's your name?
Your name's Dan.
Hello, mate, you hear me?
Pam.
Yeah, mate, I can hear you.
Yep.
What
up?
have you done to yourself?
I'm passed out, mate. I'm starving. Starving.
You're
hungry.
passed out, mate.
No, not.
Right, okay, I'm gonna give you some water, okay, keep you hydrated.
No, mate.
You got money?
Nope.
I only need 50 quid.
Well, I've got 50.
Right, just sip on that for me, okay?
No
No,
cash
it
on me
is.
whatsoever.
I got caught doing the dirty, yeah?
Yeah.
Perfect.
With
Can I be
someone I know's missus and clothes. Now I'm stuck here.
Oh, there's a clothes shop around the corner. They don't
I'm
charge
broke
much.
though, mate. I can't afford it.
Get some stuff off the shelves and tell nobody, right?
Can't you sort me out?
I've got no clothes to give you, mate. Don't think mine would fit you anyway.
Bit of readies, mate. Bit of cash.
Ah, yeah, not got any cash on me. That's the problem.
Come on, buddy.
If only, mate. If only.
I reckon you're balling, mate.
Oh,
Is that
lovely.
suit from Turkey?
Stand here a minute.
Yeah,
No,
wait,
yeah,
Primark.
there's a wee bit. Okay.
Primark, mate.
You might want to stand,
Primark.
make you feel better.
Yeah.
Just stand there. Got some fluids for you.
Fucking hell, mate. Stop smoking
Uh,
crack and you'll be alright.
It is.
Oh, okay. Use that. Enjoy
He
your
was
day.
smoking crack, he was.
Was
Is
he?
he?
Dirty
Oh,
bastard.
I would report him to PD if I was you.
He didn't attend, but you know.
Yep, no worries.
Sorry, I'm late. I'm a jury.
Hello, gents. I'll be with you shortly. I'm
evening.
just trying to get
Um,
the
there's a-
jurors
Hello,
arranged.
excuse me.
Hello, sir.
Hello, we are both of us here
Jury
for the jury
members.
tonight.
Okay, what's your name? Sorry, sir.
It's Scott Watson.
Scott
Thanks,
Watson.
Samuel.
And...
Duke.
He saved my life once.
Okay, do you want to follow me this way, sir?
I did save your life.
Just so you're aware as well, there's a gentleman in no clothes begging for money in the city hall. I've requested police, but
You
no one
okay,
showed
sir?
up.
Yes, my following as well.
Okay, where is it?
He's out there.
Well, guys.
You know what I mean?
Evening.
Can we watch this court case? Is it open court?
Yeah, every court should be open court.
It's
It's
an
got a
open court.
jury
You
and
can come in,
everything.
girls. Ooh, it's gonna be fun.
Hello.
Me, he's not.
He might have gone then. I got lucky numbers just in case.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
It's Auntie.
Hi, Queen.
Hello. Long time?
Yeah, I've been sleeping.
Long sleep?
Yeah, I'm very tired.
I can tell you look it.
What the hell, dude?
I'm joking, I'm
How
joking.
dare you disrespect Auntie?
Sorry, Auntie.
What the hell? Oh, maybe we get my guitar.
We're literally just waiting for the predatory court case.
Where the hell this fucking prosecutor at? Bloody hell, move.
Sam.
Yeah.
Fucking knew it.
Is it?
These jokes.
No, wait, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not.
Who then? I forgot you're not on the radio. It's open court. You can come in.
You see this?
We're inside the courtroom.
Oh, fuck that. I'm getting the best seat, actually. Jamie, sit here.
We're literally just waiting.
Your son. Say the thing. It was an accident, son.
Oh,
Yep, that's the wrong seat.
he's the feds.
Hey, move on. No.
Anyway, what time's the case, do you know?
It should be at 7, but we've got a pre-hearing
Easy
beforehand.
taking a quick nap, guys. Move.
I've got the standard of this hat on now.
How do I sit?
Think about sit chair. Savage is fucking hugging the whole bench.
Sit on a
Wait.
different bench then. You got pocket.
Wait, you was the other side of me and sat
Oh,
the
Mr.
next side.
Red.
Hello, how we doing? Mr. Younger, you please take your mask off in court. Thank you.
Oh shit, my bad.
Hello, Ed.
Hello, how we doing?
How the fuck do I sit in?
Mask
excuse
off,
me, ma'am,
please, my love.
Yeah, take your mask off in court, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Budge over.
I don't.
Oh, will you just piss off? Go to the next row.
Budge over.
I want to sit here.
I want to sit here.
Mr. McKendrick?
I'm sitting here.
Izzy, wait, not Izzy, sorry. Eva, you can sit here.
Is
I'll
it
sit up
shoot?
here.
Harley and Mulholland are picking up the suspect.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Mr. Brown, I've not received any
I'll
information from yet.
Yeah, okay, no worries.
Mate, that was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
What?
Sit next to Eva, fuck
What
you.
have I missed?
Oh, I can't say.
What is it?
You.
Who?
That's it.
Why does that guy look like he's got no
Oh, I
pants
thought it was a
on?
local.
What is that?
I love the kilt, Mr. John Dutt.
Why does he look like he's
Shit,
got no
I'm
pants
dying.
on?
He's got a kilt on.
The guy over there
What
with
is
the red
that?
tie.
Officer, can we tell him to close his legs?
What is that?
This man's spreading over here.
Sit down.
Trying.
How hard is it to sit down?
Fucking hard when Eva's looking up that man's kilt. Skirt, kilt, whatever it is.
Is he wearing a kilt? He looks like he's not wearing anything.
Cannot.
He's got a skirt on.
What?
Leave him alone. So judgy.
Salvador's got his fishing rod out tonight, Mr. McKendrick.
Mm-hmm.
very long, if I'm honest.
Everyone can see you, mate. Everyone can see you.
No, they can't. I don't think it's very long. But
What's that?
It's good to say them, I reckon.
Where's my hood? Oh, shit, there you are.
Hey, Paul.
Oh, you are.
Good.
I want to be on the
Mr.
jury.
Brown's on his way.
Not guilty, Your Honour.
Why do I feel like I want to sing some opera?
Go on then.
No. Wait, one sec. Let me shout.
Go on then, Sam.
What should someone shout at me from? Oh, God. One sec.
Court hasn't started yet, so.
Oh.
Where's a bitch?
Have a look at, see if I can figure out something.
Background people.
Oh,
background.
there's Sean. Hello.
Hello. Yeah, just had to get out of the shower. My bad, guys.
Um.
He can
Ruffin.
fly.
Why has he got my walk as well? So sassy.
We're sure to spill the curse.
Come on, sing us some opera.
I fucking can't. Wait. No, you do it. I'm not very good at opera.
You're the one who said you wanted to sing it. Come on.
No.
Oi! Short it!
Mine went no.
If Mr. Wimmy has entered this court, replace him in cuffs, please.
Yeah, that's so fine.
Got Sean sitting on the chair.
He's comfy.
Oh, please.
He's got his legs up. He don't care.
You don't give a shit.
Right here, please.
Give me your best opera.
46.
How did you do
Yeah,
that
I
so
don't think
quickly?
that's got to be comfortable.
Binding my muscles.
I'm a trendsetter.
Doesn't work, honestly.
Hmm?
You just fall through.
No, you sat on it for me.
You sit still, man.
No, I got ants in my pants.
Oh no, it's mustard.
Where's Auntie gone? Auntie.
Don't know. It's pretty fucked off. Someone said, "What is that?" to it.
How has he managed to do that? Whoa, sir.
What's going on here?
Whoa, masks off in the courtroom, please. Thank you.
Sorry, just ignore me. I'm sitting at the back, please. Thank you.
No, masks off in the courtroom or you will be removed.
Yeah, no, sorry about that. You know, by future, masks
How's
off.
that court tie? She got her boobs hanging out.
Take the mask off in the courtroom or
Who?
you will be removed.
Farley.
That ginger person.
She's got her boobs hanging
I
out.
can't. It's a bit
Not
cold.
very professional.
You wanna leave?
It's a bit cold.
Okay, I just not today.
I can't. It's a little bit cold, you know. So boring.
Right, I'm going to be calling court into session here.
Sorry, His Majesty is starting. Sorry.
This is going to be a a pre-hearing. So the court's now in session to address the motion to dismiss this case filed by the respondent in the matter of Ellis Met versus J. Sinclair. Counsel, please state your appearances for the record. Can anyone hear me?
Yep.
Loud and clear, Your
Yeah.
Majesty.
Can we
Yep, sorry.
ensure that we're shouting in the court? Right. Can you please state your names, defence and prosecution, please?
Richard Stroker.
Prosecution, Callum McKendrick.
Thank you. Okay. So the purpose of today's hearing is to determine whether the motion to dismiss filed by the respondent warrants the dismissal of this case. The motion asserts that there has been evidence tampering and procedural violations during the interview process, which allegedly breaches Mr. J. Sinclair's civil rights and relevant legal standards. The respondent's motion claims the following. The evidence of the interview with the police department has been heavily edited and does not reflect the original statements made. The lack of unedited transcripts violates Mr. Sinclair's right to a fair trial under Civil Rights Act Section 4 and breaches the Police Powers Act Section 12. It further alleges evidence tampering under Penal Code 1715. So we'll proceed as follows. Counsel for the respondent, you'll present your argument in support. Counsel for the petitioner, you will have an opportunity to respond. That would be you, Mr. McKendrick. Counsel for the respondent, if you'd like to proceed with your motion.
Hello, yes, Your Honour. Myself and my client was in an interview. It was in 2 interviews that lasted around a total of 45 minutes, where my client discussed or answered questions and discussed obviously his alibi, to which in the evidence they have put forward is a heavily skewed version of what happened and what was transcribed in the cells, to heavily influence their side and their side alone. It does not actually reflect what was actually said in those meetings and what would be on those tapes that are not in evidence.
Okay, is that all, Mr. Stroke?
Yes, that is all.
Wonderful, if you'd like to take a seat. Prosecution, if you'd like to approach. You may respond, Mr. McKenna.
Thank you, Your Honour. This rests on 3 points. The point that there's no actual evidence of witness tampering. The evidence is the interview itself is not needed or used as evidence. The fact that Mr. Stroker has accused of witness tampering for evidence tampering is a very serious accusation indeed. The statement provided by Mr. Wedd is his own deduction from the interview, not a summary. And 3, this suspect is looking at over 500 months for multiple attempted murder of police officers, as well as hostage takings and threats made to the public. To drop this case solely on the disliking of an officer's deduction is a large step to be making, and I believe this would be a large step in the wrong way for this court to make, and it would set precedent, a very dangerous precedent moving forward.
Thank you, prosecution. You may be seated. Okay, so at this point, defence, do you have any rebuttals to?
Yes, Your Honour. So as I've previously stated, in the interview process, my client determined his alibi and whereabouts at the times, to which as the prosecution has just stated, it is the police's idea of what has happened is their summary of the interview, not what actually was said. What actually was said would clear my client's name for all charges, and lack of having a transcribed version of said interviews would heavily help my client's case, and with them not being in evidence, gives me is tantamount to me not having any kind of defence, because they're the ones that hold the tapes, they hold the transcriptions, and not having them in trial would heavily impact my client's defence.
Okay, you may be seated, Mr. Stroker.
Your if I may.
Mr. McKendrick, I'm going to. So there was a rebuttal on your statement, and then with that, what I will do is I'm going to take a moment to take the motion. Okay, so if you just bear with.
Going pretty good. Hopefully they turn around and is like, yeah, it's...
So thank you, counsel, for your arguments. The court's going to take the motion under advisement and issue a ruling. If there's nothing further, I'm going to adjourn this session for 2 minutes whilst I go and make a decision.
Thank you, Your Honour.
Mr. McKendrick, do you have anything further?
Yes, Your Honour. Nothing that was asked in the interview is what persuades Mr. Stroker that he cannot ask his own client on the stand today. It's not skewed from the deduction of an officer. It is a deduction from an officer and not a summary of an interview. You cannot clear him on hearsay alone. It's our burden of proof as the prosecution to bring all evidence that will persuade him to be guilty, not Mr. Stroker's burden to prove that he's not guilty.
Okay, thank you. Mr. McKendrick, you may be seated.
Yes, Casey. You wanted me for wearing
Okay,
a mask?
I'm going to take 2 minutes to come with a decision.
Where does she want me? In the cells?
In a bed.
I'm hoping he turns around and says, yeah, it's not going ahead, because...
Shouldn't there be juries? Am I tripping?
Not for pre-diet, no. They'll be out afterwards. Your Honour, can I have a second?
Yes, of course. I have got my decision there, Mr. McKendrick.
No!
Richard, just
Yep.
once he delivers the decision, I need to take a quick nap. My eyes.
Okay.
Okay, so this court's going to be called back into session for my reasoning. So after reviewing the motion to dismiss and the arguments presented by both parties, this court finds that the issues raised do not meet the necessary threshold to dismiss this case at this stage. The motion to dismiss is therefore denied for the following reasons, Mr. Stroker. Although the respondent has raised his concerns regarding the use of summaries instead of unedited transcripts, summaries are not inherently inadmissible. The sufficiency and accuracy of these summaries can and should be addressed during trial. The court is not in a position to determine at this stage whether the summaries materially prejudice the respondent's ability to defend against these claims. Secondary, in terms of the procedural and evidential standards, whilst the absence of unedited transcripts may be a procedural deficiency within the LS Met, it does not rise to the level of a fatal defect requiring dismissal of this case. The Police Powers Act Section 12 sets standards for handling evidence, but the petitioner has argued that the provided summaries are reflective of the interviews conducted. This issue, again, I don't see why the defendant cannot defend against these claims. On your third fact of civil right claims. You've alleged a violation of Civil Rights Act under Section 4. However, this claim hinges on whether the summaries are incomplete or misleading. The court finds that such a determination cannot be made without a full hearing or trial. So dismissing the case at this stage would be premature. So the court's guided by principle that cases should be resolved based on their substantive merits. The evidentiary concerns raised by yourself, while serious, do not outright. It does not justify the outright dismissal. So during the trial, there'll be opportunity to cross-examine the evidence. And the respondent's concerns for the court, the petitioner, that obviously during the trial there will be chances to cross-examine all evidence. Okay, so for these reasons, the motion to dismiss is denied, and the case shall proceed to trial, where the evidentiary issues raised by the respondent can be fully addressed. That is my decision.
Thank you very much. I'll go get the defendant now.
Mr. Wade,
Wait a minute, Wade.
If we can hold on for a couple of minutes.
Am I okay to go and talk to my client in the cells?
Yes, of course.
Do you need me?
No, I'd like to because I don't believe I've got a bailiff available.
I don't understand why he's not allowed it, because it's literally in the police SOPs. I should have brought it up. Can I have some time to talk to my client, please?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hello, mate. How's it going?
Good evening. So I've just filed a motion to dismiss that got denied.
Yep.
They've added a summary of the interview in evidence, which is a very skewed to their perspective summary, and not the full transcribed version. However, they've just ruled basically that it doesn't care that it's skewed to them. What's in there is in
so
there.
I'm fucked then.
Basically, I'm going to have to ask you everything on the stand of what you already said in your interview.
Yeah. All right.
But obviously they will have time to rebuttal that as well. Not gonna lie, it's in the police SOPs that they should have the transcribed versions of everything. They've completely messed you over. They've evidence tampered to the hell of it. They've not put evidence in at all that should be in there. Literally, they turn around and state anything you say can and will be used against you, and will be taken down and used. Yeah. So you've given them an interview which is being used against you because they've summarised it in their own way.
Okay, so this is basically chalked, and I'm fucked because they want to get the. They want to.
They very much want to get the win because they can't be asked putting in the correct evidence that would basically clear you of all charges.
Okay, and the judge just doesn't give a shit, so it's just.
Yeah.
So we're basically going to fucking World War III, basically, and I'm basically guilty as soon as I step out this fucking cell, pretty much.
It is in front of a jury, so it's not in front of the judge.
Okay.
So it's down to what the jury decides. But if the jury literally had the evidence of the transcripts, they will basically say that isn't what you've said. They've just come around and said you were wearing certain clothing. They've deduced that apparently you were wearing the same clothing.
Okay.
Which you never said that in evidence. They never said that. They've just summarised that. And if I'm going to constantly refer to what was said in the interview, because if they turn around and object to facts not in evidence, I will literally turn around and say it should be in evidence because it was the interview.
Okay.
Didn't get anything back from the motion to try and get your your pay slips and stuff. But yeah, we're just waiting on the jury. Not the jury. Waiting on making sure everyone's ready and sorted. So I'm gonna go back out there and I'll see you up there.
Is it okay if I just take a little nap to take my contacts out because my head's.
Yeah, if you need a quick one, I'll let them know.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I can't wake up here, then I'll put in.
Yep.
I'll come back.
He's just having to take a quick nap because he's having issues with his contacts.
Okay.
But I'm gonna head back up to the cells, head back up to the courtroom. But he should be okay in there right now.
Yeah.
No worries.
Who's there? Just to be the man who walked 5,000 miles. Da 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 da.
Yeah, that makes sense. We can only hope.
I don't like that sit, but it always sits it like that.
I'll speak to McKenzie.
I just realised there's a ginger officer. That's not weird. There's an imposter among us.
Guess who just ran me?
Who?
Rishi.
What the fuck? The fuck does he want?
Rishi, no.
Rishi Singh.
Don't even know who that is.
You know Rishi, trust me.
I'm falling through.
I don't know who that is.
Be to his sidekick.
The one that used to own B Machine.
Don't know him. Sounds like a pussy.
He is.
What does he want?
He wants me to come link him.
Why?
He set me up with gun and half. I'll be like,
They're all weird, so.
Yeah, I'll be there in a sec. Can I grab one with you, apparently?
Why does he look like it sound like he was just licking himself then?
Who?
You.
I would recommend grabbing me
I'm
in
licking
public.
myself.
I don't even look at the evidence properly.
Oh, I said
Your remarks, what do you want? I'm in court, mate, so I can't do it right now. Sorry, Cody.
Do you reckon I
Thanks,
can-
Cody. Bye bye. Don't even mean to keep doing the gritty. What the fuck? She's just robbed the police officer's chair. That's discrimination.
We do, Jamie.
it's the Pablo special, isn't it?
Don't know.
You know
Pablo
Pablo's
talk.
dead, isn't it?
Pablo taught. Yeah, that's what I mean. But Pablo taught me not to do this before he died.
What do you mean
didn't he?
Pablo's
Yeah.
dead?
Pablo's dead.
Who killed Pablo?
One of the officers.
I live on his
R.I.P.
legacy, innit, in
Pablo.
the boxing burpee.
Fuck the police.
Right, can we maybe stop messing around in the courtroom, please?
Mate, I'm just training. I gotta find it,
Thank you.
innit?
Yes, Your Honour. Sorry, Your Majesty.
And I'm scared. Come on.
Look up.
God. Hey, Sam, move up a bit. See, I'm up. I'm a lead.
What the fuck?
Wait, is that who I think it is?
Who's that?
Hey, right.
Nah. Sam.
Hi, Sam. It is who you think it is.
What the fuck are you doing back?
I don't know. I just want to sit down in this fog.
What the fuck? You put on some weight, man.
Just leave me alone.
I bully them.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why she left. That hurt my feelings as well.
Don't laugh at you, mate. I laughed at McColland.
Who?
Shitty officer you
That's
walked
not
in with.
creepy.
What are you doing? What are you up to, Sam?
Nothing much, mate. Just chilling.
Looking cute as always.
I'll stop at you.
Is it me or like can no one else hear anything?
No, nothing's being said at the minute.
That's pretty shit court case, isn't it?
What you got there? Show mine down.
Oh, trust me, if I could, I would.
Nothing's stopping you. That gate's open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that mic's on. It's gone.
10k.
10k, yeah. I'll happily give you 10k to do that.
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Saying that, mate. Yeah, I've got a warrant. Do you reckon I'll expunge it?
Probably.
It's 12 months old, mate.
Oh no, that's long gone.
Nah, it's still active.
You reckon?
Yeah, yeah. Cop pulled me over earlier. Bastard.
He's here somewhere.
He's here, is he?
He is somewhere. Where is he?
Yeah.
He was here.
I'm
Where's
at
Mustard?
Legoland. He walked out because someone come in.
Wait, who said legal in? Who was that?
Legoland.
Legal
Legoland.
Legal in?
Look at Castle over there. You know, fucking Tessa's chatting to Castle.
Why is it so
Right, know that. Your book can make you what you need.
Why is it so quiet, man?
Please, boss.
3-5.
Your book can. I'm locked in the courthouse, isn't it?
I got something. So,
Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. When did Sam become a Varney?
Reggie,
Wait.
have any food?
What did he?
He said a Varney. You're on radio.
Oh, I thought you said he used on radio.
It's all right. He's still identifying as a Varney at the moment. Go on then. Say hello from me. Bring him to the courtroom and I'll say hello.
Yeah, received.
Tell him then to suck his big fat hairy toe. Sam's in actually. Sam will give him his toe to suck.
They've disbanded, by the way. Owen Connor.
Frankly.
Frankly.
It's Owen, and then Connor.
Frankly.
Both the same surnames.
Sam, you see that guy in kill?
Yeah.
Sorry, mate, squeeze past you. Oh, fuck. Sam, I'm coming next to you.
Did you say about the geezer in the coat?
Why is he wearing a kilt?
Dunno.
What's the what chair am I using?
Just
Think he might be
sit chair,
Welsh.
mate.
Who's Welsh?
Guy in the kilt.
Scottish, this sausage.
As Welsh.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever worn a kilt in my life. There we go. Let's sit on the edge now.
Holland.
How'd you get upstairs?
You walk.
Oh.
Yeah. Sam, I got a bit of baby oil if you want some.
You what?
Got a bit of baby oil.
Don't need that for.
I don't know. Good
You're
old
all dead.
times. Good old times.
Shut up, you freak.
What? You enjoyed it a lot? I'm so confused about the kilt.
Last time I see you was in a wheelchair.
Fuck, we still got them.
Yeah.
Fuck, get me one.
I've got one somewhere, I don't know where.
Need that.
LFB, don't let him in yet, please.
Oh. I've just been given the gift of life.
Yeah.
We're gonna send that down fucking EMS stairs later.
He needs to be arrested, by the way, Salvador.
Oh wait, he just said.
Yeah, I'm talking about that now.
Thank you, lady. I don't know your
Plenty
name.
of officers that are on duty that were involved in whatever it is that he needs to be arrested for. One of them not going to arrest him.
What's going on there?
I'm
I
looking
don't
at the
know, mate,
evidence
but
and I
I've
can't
watched
see his
Suits
blood
and
on
it
scene.
didn't look like this.
That fireman's got his slippers on. What's going on?
Mate, you're concerned about the slippers, and there's a guy in a kilt.
The slippers.
It's all really cool, apart from he's facing like right at me.
Your Honour, can I have a quick conversation with you and the defence?
Yes.
What do we?
I might grass you up. See if you're warrants active.
Mr. McKendrick's brain is not allowing him to get back in the city. Are you happy for me to take the case?
Is that a question for me or for?
Both.
I see no reason as to why not, but Mr.
Well,
Strait-
if he's a witness, which he can't question himself.
I won't question myself, but I'll ask one of the other officers, or hopefully just wait until McKendrick explains, allow them to get back in. I just think it's unfair on the client if we keep him waiting any longer.
I think.
How
I
does
think
that mean
we
for me
give-
questioning him? Because he
What
would
do
have
you
to call
mean?
himself as a witness for me to question him.
Who? Sorry.
Yourself.
You.
So what I'm saying is, I will call myself as a witness, but I'll leave that till sort of last end of our witnesses, just so that we give McKendrick the chance to get back in. Or
Thanks, Lux.
you could call me as a witness. I don't mind that.
Okay.
It's entirely up to you. If you want to call me as a witness, I'm good with that.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Yeah. So you act as prosecution until Mr. McKendrick can get back in. We'll leave Mr. Wed till last on.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Wed, do you need any time to familiarise yourself?
No, I'll wing it.
Okay, perfect.
No worries.
Officer Mustard, do you mind bringing the jury?
Yeah, mate, that's fine.
What's going on?
Officers, if you'd like to bring the
I don't know.
defendant.
I haven't really been listening.
They're bringing the jewelry and the client in now.
Oh, I do see.
Is there going to be like music when they walk in and stuff?
Katie Simpson's going to bring him up now, Judge.
Oh shit, Auntie.
Thank you.
Fucking hell, is that Johnny, Johnny Cash at the back or what? Fucking Johnny Gat over there in the corner.
Stuart.
Stand.
Stuart.
Well, that's for his pecker, mate.
My eyes are digging a little bit too much.
Not being funny, but it says dressed nicely on the door. What's he wearing?
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This court is now in session for the matter of LS Met versus J. Sinclair. I want to thank everyone for being here today, particularly acknowledge the members of the jury for your service to this court and to the justice system. Jury service is one of the highest duties of citizenship, and your role is critical to ensuring a fair trial.
I think I've just got a slam
Before
dunk.
we proceed, I'd like to explain the roles of the courtroom to those here. So myself, my role as a judge is to ensure that there is a fair trial and that this trial proceeds fairly and in accordance with the law. I will make rulings on matters of law, but you, the jury, will decide the facts. The prosecution and the defence will present arguments on behalf of their respective parties. The prosecution will be representing the LS Met and the defence will be representing Mr. J. Sinclair. Okay, the jury's role is to listen to all of the evidence and consider it carefully and render a verdict based on law and facts presented. And so here's how the trial will proceed. First, the prosecution will make and defence will make their opening statements. These statements are not evidence, but will provide you with an overview of the case. After that, the prosecution will present their case, including witnesses and evidence, followed by the defence's case. Each witness may be cross-examined by the opposing side. Once all evidence has been presented, they will make their closing arguments, summarising what they believe evidence has been shown. Finally, I would give you instructions and you will deliberate to reach a verdict. Okay? Fantastic. So with those matters aside, we'll proceed with opening statements. Please, prosecution, you may stand.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Your Honor. Today, the prosecution is going to present some factual evidence and testimony that prove that Mr. J. Sinclair committed a serious violent, and unlawful acts on December the 11th, 2024. The evidence will show that Mr. Sinkler was present during the critical moments of an escalating situation at Mission Row and was directly involved in any actions that included the assault and robbery of police officers, the theft of police firearms, and the taking of police officers hostage. These conclusions are based on the physical evidence, such as DNA, blood samples recovered at the scene, the statements from officers who witnessed the events, and official records such as 999 calls that establish a clear link between Mr. Sinkler and the crimes. The prosecution will demonstrate through the reliable and corroborated testimony and evidence that Mr. Sinkler acted in a manner that endangered the lives of officers, abused the public's trust, and violated the law. At the conclusion of this trial, I ask you, the jury, to carefully consider the evidence and deliver a verdict based solely on the facts presented, which clearly indicate that Mr. Sinkler is guilty. Thank you very much.
Thank you, prosecution. Defense, you may present your case.
Hello, Your Honour, and members of the jury. Today, you will find that the police are hunting for a villain here. You will see from the evidence presented and from testimony given today, but that my client is a hard-working man who was working at the time of the alleged crimes. And through looking over the evidence, there is no evidence of anything of my client either. So I will hope today that you will find my my client here today not guilty on all counts. Thank you, Your Honour. And jury.
Okay, thank you very
They
much
have
for
no
your
blood on
opening
scene.
Statements. So we would now.
I'm whispering so you can hear that, but yeah.
Presentation of evidence.
Thank you,
prosecution.
Your Honour. Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, obviously you've got your jury statements in front of you. Just a few facts of the evidence before we continue. The first piece of evidence entered into evidence will obviously be the photograph of the second incident which occurred where Mr. Sinkler, when he was arrested, is wearing the identical clothing as the individual holding the hostage, as well as the exact same hairstyle. When Mr. Sinkler was arrested, he was
Objection, Your Honour. The photo of my client when arrested is not in evidence, so they cannot determine if he was wearing the same clothing.
Yeah, let me read. Sorry, the photo of what clothing, Mr. Stroker?
Exactly. They're stating there's a photo of clothing of my client, or that he's wearing the same clothing when he was arrested, but there is no photo of him when he was arrested to determine this.
Okay, I'm going to send that one. Mr. Webb next.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, second piece of evidence, including Mr. Sinkler, is the 999 call made by a J. Sinkler on Alter Street at the incident, in the exact location of the hostage taking. It was made at 17:25. Just remember that for future reference. Second piece of evidence for Mr. Sinkler will be the evidence from the side door area, which is multiple shell casings and blood, which come back to both myself and Mr. Sinkler, and the shell
Objection,
casings
Your Honour.
from my firearm.
Reason?
There's no copy of the evidence report that states this is, apart from his evidence being written in as his DNA tag.
Your Honour, all evidence is in the evidence locker, which has been submitted as part of evidence.
Which I do not have access to.
Okay, I'm going to overrule that one.
Second piece of evidence will be from the standby. The blood samples local car stolen. It'll be a J. Sinkler's blood sample. That'll be from where Mr. Sinkler was hit by my firearm during his attempt to steal the local after attempting to stab officers.
Objection, Your Honour. Again, the DNA report is not in evidence, so it's only
Again,
written in,
it's in the evidence locker, Your Honour.
which I do not have access to either. If they want to use it at court, it has to be evidence that I can actually see myself.
Sorry, is Mr. Swoker demanding that he has all authorization on what's being used and what's not instead of the court?
Okay, and I'm gonna overrule that one.
Thank you very much, Your Honour.
I'm sorry, but you're putting evidence in.
Final piece of evidence, Your Honour, is the obviously the statements from the officers, which we can cross-examine during the testimony.
Many thanks, Mr. Wed. Have
So,
you got any witnesses
we
to call?
Yeah, sure. Can I call
If
Miss
it's written
Miss
in and I
Bates
don't
to
have
the
access
stand,
to it, then it's a violation of the codes. If they're trying to use that against you, even though it's written in, it should be a photo of the actual, or a certified copy of the actual.
Mr.
evidence report.
Swoker, we can all hear you, mate.
I'm whispering. Hello?
Miss Space, if you don't mind repeating after me. I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Mr. Wed, you made.
Thank you very much, Your Honour. Hello, Miss Space. How are we?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you.
Thank you. Could you just give us a brief summary of the incident that occurred outside Mission Roll, please?
So a few gentlemen turned up, trying to start an argument outside of MRPD. They then came in to try and make a very weird accusation against officers. Then Mulholland went outside, one of them stabbed him, and then they proceeded to shoot everyone, basically.
Okay, and could you describe the actions that you observed Mr. Sink were taking during this incident at Mission Roll?
I believe he was one of the people that was shooting at officers.
Okay, and can you confirm any identifying details such as clothing, appearance, or behaviour that you have
Objection, Your Honour,
recognised Mr.
compound.
Sinkler? It's not really that compound. I'm asked to identify
Sorry,
any
what
features
was-
of clothing or anything that. Sorry, Your Honour.
Sorry, was that compound, Mr. Stroker?
Yes, it was, Your Honour.
Okay, I'm going to sustain that one.
Okay.
Mr. Wed.
Can you confirm any identifying features of Mr. Sinkler on the scene?
Yes, so after the 6 p.m. storm on the evening of this incident, Mr. Sinclair was arrested in the exact same outfit that me and one of the other officers saw him in when we were exchanging the suspect that we had in custody for Mr. Mulholland.
Thank you very much. And what specific actions or threats did Mr. Sinkler make towards officers or others present?
He had a gun pointed at Mulholland's head as I approached the stairs to do the exchange.
Okay, thank you. In your experience, Miss Space, as a police officer, how accurate are the DNA results that you receive from the medical professionals?
I believe they are 100% accurate. If they are unable to be identified, then it will give us like a partial identification, but won't give us the rest of it. Whereas these ones were full, like DNA markers.
Okay, perfect. And can you tell us your involvement in the second incident in which the 909 was received from Mr. J. Sinclair?
We was in the station. There was multiple 999 calls put through by multiple Sinclairs, including Mr. J. Sinclair, and we went down there where Mr. Mulholland was taken hostage, and then had to go do the exchange where he demanded his friend, I'm guessing, the fellow suspect in this case, in exchange for Mulholland's life, basically.
So they asked for free exchange of the individual in the cells for the return of Mr. Mulholland's safe.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, and during this incident, did they take or steal any of your police equipment?
Yes, they took my gun and a few other things from my pockets.
Okay, thank you very much. No further questions, Your Honour.
Defense, this is your opportunity to cross-examine.
Thank you, Your Honour. Hello, Miss Space. At what point were you aware that this may have been my client?
At the point where the 999 call came in, obviously we didn't have the DNA testing back at this point. We were just waiting for it to be processed. When I arrived on the stairs, I saw him in the exact same outfit that we arrested him in just after Storm.
So you just stated that you suspected it being him in the first instance?
No, that's incorrect. We didn't know who it was at first, and then when we arrested him after Storm, he was in exactly the same outfit.
Isn't that outfit available to be purchased at any store?
I mean, this gentleman had stated in the interview that he'd been wearing it all day.
Objection, Your Honour. There's no evidence of any interview stating that. Miss Space was not present for the interview.
Sustained.
Thank you, Your Honour. I have no further questions for this witness, Your Honour.
Sorry, just to add to that, it can be purchased, yes, but it does help narrow it down the suspect, by the way.
Okay, Miss Space, if you'd like to return to the gallery, please.
Perfect, thank you very much.
Thank you. Prosecution, if you'd like to call your next witness.
Thank you, Your Honour. I'd like to call Mr. Mulholland to the stand.
Mr. Holland, if you could repeat after me.
Yes.
I swear the evidence given by me shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I swear the evidence given by me shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Thank you. You may proceed, Mr. Wood.
Thank you very much, Your Honour. Hello, Mr. Mulholland. How are we today?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Could you give us a brief summary of what happened at the Mission Roll incident?
Yes, so I was dealing with an officer about unrelated incident when I was approached by another officer saying there was 3 males at the front desk who were making a complaint. I went out to deal with the complaint, at which point the 3 males making the complaint were being very hostile and making threats towards officers. I gave them opportunities to calm down, at which point there was another threat made. I told them to leave the building. Mr. Kai Sinclair told me to not mess with him and look up his name. He had firearms markers, which he didn't. As I went outside, as they kept coming back in, so as I went outside to arrest one, I would then start to be attacked from behind via a sharp object. Can't quite identify it. Just know it was very sharp and it pierced right through the body armor. I was then incapacitated by the pain of said object, at which point I seen multiple officers run out to defend, well, get a hand on the situation even. I confirmed to an officer that I had been attacked by an object, at which point officers take chase. Mr. Kai Sinclair then grabbed me, went into the corner, and said, "You shouldn't fuck with us. We're dangerous." Apologies for the language. He then took my equipment off me, such as body armor, IFAC, spike strips, and then proceeded to get into a Grotte Italia GTB. Another suspect, Mr. Louis, then pulled out a class 1 on Miss Space and shot her down in the car park. At which point he then also opened fire on Mr. Brown, who was in a vehicle. Another officer, Wed, came outside with a firearm to get a handle of the situation, at which point another suspect charged him with a knife, who was then neutralized by Wed, and Mr. Sinclair then charged Wed with a firearm, at which point Mr. Wed was also incapacitated, and Mr. Sinclair and both the Sinclairs went around officers' bodies to pick up equipment, firearms, anything they could get their hands on. They then fled in the Grotte GTP. It was on scene.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mulholland. did you observe, obviously in your summary you've said it, did you observe Mr. Sinkler take any police equipment?
Yes.
And did you observe Mr. Sinkler use any of this police equipment?
Not.
what was I?
Not directly, no.
Okay. Can you just sort of describe the second incident in which you were taken hostage and what Mr. Sinkler's involvement is in that?
We received a 999 call from Mr. J. Sinclair saying he had a hostage. As we had just came back from the hospital, we dispatched LSAS, not sending any ground units out, because we were inside dealing with a suspect who had been arrested, as well as we had
Yeah.
multiple members of
Like
the
they
L
say,
team
they're
down there,
stating
and
Mr.
we were not
Sinclair,
going to
but they're
risk
saying
the
Kai
L team member being
Sinclair.
taken hostage or any other officers being downed with firearms stolen. We sent LSAS out. LSAS confirmed that there was indeed a hostage, at which point we dispatched 2 ground units who were immediately gunned down and their equipment taken. Upon that, I was then picked up by a member of the 3 suspect males that were on scene. I was taken to a garage just below Pillbox. I had my firearms and equipment taken off me, as well as money, a USB, tablets, and such. At which point, I was then they started to negotiate with PD for the release of their friend for my own life. I received medical treatment. I received medical treatment at Pillbox, at which point they took me to an unknown location which they called something corners. They called something corners, talking about getting right-hand peaks as they were going to attack officers as soon as they arrived. When officers arrived, I believe it was 2 officers arrived with the suspect. I was then released. The tag was taken off. At which point we left. They tried to try and take any communication off of officers as they left, but they ended up giving up on that, and we left the area.
Okay. Mr. Mulholland, in your experience as a police officer, how accurate are DNA and blood samples returned from the medical people?
DNA are highly accurate. There's very little to no chance of a incorrect or incorrect piece of DNA.
Thank you very much, Mulholland. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Wood. Defense, you may approach.
Thank you, Your Honor. Hello, Mr. Mulholland. I'm confused. You mentioned Mr. Sinclair and a Kai Sinclair. Who is it?
Yeah. So, which part?
Is it a Kai Sinclair or Mr. Sinclair?
Kai Sinclair.
Okay. And the other suspect you named being Louis Armani?
Armari, yes.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
You may be seated. Mr. Mulholland, you may return to the gallery. Prosecution, do you have a...
Yeah, sorry. I'd like to call Mr. Jack Jones to the stand, but I'm unsure if he is on duty.
He is.
Is he here?
Don't worry.
And secondary for him.
Yeah, please. Whilst we wait for him, I'd like to
Jones, are you on secondary?
call Miss.
Can you, Jack
can
Jones,
we
can you
not
get
shout,
to
please?
the-
Thank you, Miss Davidson. Can we get Mr. Brown on the stand, please?
Mr. Brown.
Evening all.
Well, Mr. Brown, how are we?
I'm good, chilling.
Davidson.
Mr. Brown, if you can repeat after me. I affirm that the evidence given by me shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
The evidence given by me will be truth, all truth, nothing but the truth.
Thank you, Mr. Wedge. You may.
Thank you very much. Mr. Brown, could you please give a brief summary of your involvement within this incident at Mission Well?
Yeah, so it started as me and Space went to reception to deal with a complaint from, I believe, Louis
He's literally just turned around and said it was Kai
and
Sinclair and someone else,
Kai
not this Sinclair.
There
you go.
Got a bit heated. Logan then stepped out because they wanted a higher up, and they were being incredibly rude, all three of them. All two of them, shall I say. To the Logan asked them to leave because of how rude they were being. Upon that, they basically said not happening. So Logan tried to put one in cuffs. They then walked off. As walked off, so one of them stabbed Logan. So I immediately ran out there to the panic button and saw one running off down an alleyway. Wed was chasing said suspect, unsure which one. And then I saw one with Logan, dragging Logan's body around. So I said, just pop in the car, go your own way. Then Ellie came up behind him, pointed a gun at them and said, drop the officer. And Louis Armani hopped out the car, started open firing on Ellie, where Ellie opened fire back. Unfortunately, she got neutralized. I then reversed. He tried to aim for me, but as in my statement, he whiffed. So I drove away, went to find Ellie's body, where I saw, I believe, Kai Sinclair and robbing her. At the time, he did not have a weapon, so I went to taser said suspect, and then he said, I have a gun. So as I do not have a gun, I backed away, got in my car. Before I could get into my car, he then opened fire on me again.
Okay, thank you very much. Could you tell us sort of what happened after you were downed?
The suspects ran away, came back for a second swoop. I believe they might have took stuff off Ellie, who was next to me. They tried to rob me, realised I didn't actually have a firearm, so all they took was my 2 armor I had on me, and then let me go.
Okay, thank you very much. Once you were back on your feet, did you get involved in the cells, or were you part of the second incident?
I was involved in the cells. I was in the cells the whole time, unsure of what happened in the second incident.
Could you tell me during your time in the cells, during the negotiations of the second incident, what was discussed about the release of the individual?
Nothing much. We told him multiple times to basically tell
But
his friends
their
not to
plan's
do it.
falling flat.
He tried to call them, but just didn't really care, and they done what they had to do and took someone hostage at, unsure where it was because, like I said, I was in the cells, and yeah.
Was a tag placed on the individual in the cells?
Yes, the tag was placed after multiple attempts of him going, it's not happening, it's going to be off me by the end of tonight. We got the tag off, well, tag on him.
And the tag will still be on that suspect?
Believe so. Unsure what happened when he was out of the cells.
Perfect, thank you very much. I have no further questions for Mr. Brown, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Wedd. Defense, you may cross-examine.
Hello there. Is it Mr. Brown? Mr. Brown.
It is. Evening.
Mr. Brown. Okay. Is it who was the suspect that was in the cells with the tag? Because I'm a bit confused here.
It was Louis Armari.
Okay. And the only other individual you've named is a Kai Sinclair.
Yeah.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Brown, you may be seated back in the gallery. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I'd like to call Mr. McCarthy to the stand.
Mr. McCarthy, if you don't mind repeating after me, I affirm the evidence to be given by me that shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I confirm the evidence given by me will be the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Thank you very much, Mr. McCarthy. How are we today?
Well, how are you, Wed?
I'm brilliant, thank you. Mr. McCarthy, could you give us a brief summary of your involvement in the incident?
So, under an incident, I came halfway through the incident initially. I came on duty and heard from multiple officers that the situation between 3 individuals, suspects, that had taken PD firearms as well as neutralised many officers. I believe we had one suspect in cells at the time, to which a DA and also a judge were present in order to do sentencing. I then, whilst we had him cells, we had a back and forth chat with the individual cells in order to ascertain his involvement. About 10 minutes later, we then received a call from Mr. Sinclair. I believe the client, the plaintiff, to which he stated that he's taken an individual hostage to get his friend out of prison. So thus, I jumped in Alsace.
They
on a
keep
helicopter,
mentioning Kai
have a look at the
Sinclair
situation, to which I saw
and Louis
an
Armani
individual
or
matching the
Mari.
description of
No,
the
no, Jay
plaintiff
Sinclair anywhere.
in when he was arrested at the scene of the hostage taking. I then commented over radio, took a photo of that individual, and I believe Mulholland went into and yourself went to investigate. When on scene, you came first, which you then saw the same situation I had dealt with the plaintiff at the scene, as well as a hostage before him. You then got surrounded by a number of individuals who then started shooting at Officer Wed. I was overwatching this at the time. And then Mulholland turned up, and I also saw this. We also got surrounded by multiple individuals. Mulholland then got taken hostage and taken away from the situation. But when the individuals that shot at Wed and Mulholland had gone, I then picked up Wed, took him back to the station, and then dealt with the situation from there. We managed to receive the radio previously off the suspect in cell, so thus I made communication and negotiations to make all officers safe, make Mulholland safe and back in our protection. So thus made negotiations to get the suspect in cells and Mulholland for a swap. I then told multiple, I believe it was Davidson and can't remember Sean to take Wed as he was neutralised to pillbox as soon as we left to go and do the swap with the officer and the suspect in cells. We then went with the suspect in cells with a tag on to the meet location, to which we then swapped over. I then uncuffed the suspect and took his tag off at the scene, and individual matching the appearance of the plaintiff was on the scene with the same description as he was arrested. We then did the swap, and we all recollected back to the police station. I also took the tag off the suspect.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. When you made the trade for the individual, Mr. Mulholland, could you confirm the individual that made the trade with you, what he was wearing?
He was wearing a blue and white checkered knitted woolen jumper, a white mask, white trousers, and also white shoes. And he was wearing black dreads at the time.
And can you confirm at the scene of the first hostage, where Mr. Sinclair made the 999 call, what that individual was wearing?
I can confirm it was also blue and white checkered jumper, woolen jumper. It was knitted, white shoes and white trousers. I cannot confirm it's a mask.
So one could reasonably assume that they are the same person.
Correct.
Thank you. Could you tell me what sort of weapons the individuals had when they were holding Mr. Mulholland at gunpoint?
They
No objection on irrelevance.
They're highly relevant, considering the fact he's accused of stealing police firearms.
Overruled, Mr. Stroker. Continue, Mrs. Webb.
They had Class 1 firearms at the scene, which looked like PD issue firearms, as they had a flashlight underneath them.
Thank you very much. No further questions, Your Honour?
Defence, you may approach and cross-examine.
Thank you, Your Honour, and thank you, Mr. McCarthy. What names of individuals are you aware of on the scene?
Jason Clare, Kai Sinclair, and Louis Armani.
And how are you identifying Mr. J. Sinclair?
By his appearance and also the 999 calls that he received a matching description of that suspect.
To which your previous officer has stated that those clothing are available to buy anywhere in store? In city?
Sorry, you repeat the question?
Which is these clothings are available to buy anywhere in the city?
I believe that's true.
No further questions, Your Honour.
Thank you, Mr. McCarthy. You may return to the gallery. Prosecution, if you'd like to call your next witness. Prosecution.
I believe he might be in his head, Your Honour.
Prosecution, if you'd like to bring forward your next witness.
I believe he's in his head, Your Honour.
We are time, Luther.
Apologies, Your Honour. Fucking 4-year-old in my head. Apologies. How can I? Where are we?
If you'd like to call your next witness, Mr. Wed.
Yeah, sure. I'd like to call Mr. Davison to the stand.
Ms. Davison, if you can repeat after me, I solemnly affirm that the evidence to be given by me shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing
I'm
but
going to have to
the
cut
truth.
with this one because she's a
I
student
solemnly
officer, which is a
swear
lawyer.
that the evidence I shall
No, go on,
provide will be
character.
the truth and the whole truth.
Thank you very much, Your Honour. Thank you very much, Ms. Davison. How are we?
We're good. How are we?
Yeah, we're decent. Right, Ms. Davison, could you just give a brief summary of your involvement in the incident at Mission Row?
Yeah, so I had just woken up at Mission Row where over radio, obviously, I heard there was people in the cells. I went down to the cells to see if I could, obviously, as I'm a student, could pair up with one of them to get my checklist done, where they were talking to the plaintiff's friend in the cells, where we then had a 999 call from the plaintiff stating that he had a hostage and a gun and wasn't afraid to put a bullet in between his eyes. I was then asked by Mr. McCarthy that me and Brown were to stay with the LSJ members and the suspect who was in the cells at the time, where they go and investigate what was going on. And then I heard there was a panicking from Mr. Mulholland.
Basically, just hearing a lot of stuff
that's
that apparently happened.
Wed,
But nothing's
where
related to Jay
Wed
apart
was
from
injured
someone was wearing
and
clothing
Mulholland
that
had
looked
been
like
taken
him.
hostage. Wed was brought back to the station where I was told to sit with Wed until it was safe to transport to hospital.
Thank you very much. Can you describe any actions you've seen Mr. Jason could take?
Do you mean I didn't witness anything he did? I witnessed what the suspect in the cells was doing as I was in the cells with the suspect.
Did the suspect in the cells mention any names at any point?
Not that I could hear. He was on the phone and on his radio, from what I remember. He was saying to his friends not to break him out of jail because his representative was saying that he would drop him as a client if his friends tried to break him out of jail. And then obviously with the situation with the tag.
Perfect. Just to be clear, that representative was Mr. Stalker, correct?
No, it wasn't. It was a different guy. He had the glasses and had a cigarette. I'm not too sure of his name.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Could you describe how you managed to link, obviously, the 999 call and Mr. Sinclair?
Well, obviously the name popped up on the 999 call saying it was Mr. Sinclair. Then obviously I had flown in late after the storm, where he then had been arrested for his involvement in the case.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And did you observe Mr. Sinclair's direct involvement and any threats towards the hostage?
All I witnessed was what was being said over the radio, where, again, I was told by Mr. McCarthy to stay down in the cells with the LSJ members.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. No further questions, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Wood. Defense, you may cross-examine.
I have no questions for this witness, Your Honour.
Okay, Ms. Davison, you may return to the gallery.
Thank you, Judge.
Prosecution, if you'd like to call your next witness, please.
Your Honor, the next witness will be myself, but I don't want to call myself just due to being fair enough to the defendant. However, I would like to give a statement. We don't have anyone to ask me any questions, so that's the only issue.
Okay. Defense, are you okay for Mr. Wed to give a statement under oath?
As from what I've heard from other police officers, I do not wish to ask him any questions, Your Honour.
In that case, I will like to stand up and give a statement.
Mr. Stroker?
I would object to that, as he's now acting as a prosecution counsel, and him giving a statement would be very detrimental to any case.
Your Honor, he was all good for it in the chambers when we talked about it.
Yes. I'm going to allow
That
Mr.
was
Wed
to questioning, not to him saying a statement.
We agreed that we would have me understand, and you agreed to that.
Yes, but as the case is
Your
going
Honor,
on,
he's now going against his word just because it doesn't benefit him.
which I'm rightful to do.
Well, it's the prosecution's burden to prove guilty, not yours to prove not guilty. And I think it's prosperity to the case if I go forward as a witness. I'm happy for one of the other police representatives to ask me any questions.
Is Mr. Space that's stood back there?
No, thank you, Your Honour.
In the case?
No, thanks. Not for
Mr.
me.
Mulholland might be up for it.
Mr. Mulholland's involved in the case.
Wonderful. Thank God for that.
Was worth a try.
Okay, Mr. Word, if you'd like to repeat after me. I solemnly affirm that the evidence I give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I solemnly affirm that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Okay. How are we doing, Mr. Wade?
Phenomenal. How are you, Mr. Mulholland?
I'm doing all right, doing all right. All right, so what did you witness Jay Sinclair do during the altercation and subsequent events at MRPD?
Objection, Your Honour, compound.
I'm going to overrule that, Mr. Stroke. Continue, Mr. Mulholland.
Yeah, so as I woke up, I went to state 1. I overheard 3 rather rowdy individuals in the reception area. I went to see what was going on. These individuals were making some outlandish claims about some officers, so we required Mr. Mulholland's presence, being an inspector. Mr. Mulholland then spoke to the individuals who had nothing but abuse to throw at Mr. Mulholland, which I thought was a bit unfair due to the fact that Mr. Mulholland had nothing to do with the previous event. So it just seemed like they wanted to cause a ruckus for the sake of causing a ruckus. Mr. Mulholland tried to escort the individuals out, at which point myself, Miss Space, and Mr. Brown made our way towards reception, so we lost eyes briefly. But as we entered the reception, Mr. Mulholland was dropping to the floor with a knife in his back. We chased the three individuals. I split off to the right by myself, chasing one of the individuals into a local vehicle down an alleyway. I lost eyes on him. As I was returning to Mission Roll, I heard Miss Space demand that the individual drop the firearm, so I was a bit confused how this has managed to escalate to a firearm situation, but we went with it. We then witnessed Miss Space get shot at. She returned fire, was unfortunately neutralized. I've then shot towards the individual shooting at Miss Space, hit them a couple of times before losing eyes on them. I've then tried to recover Miss Space's body. However, the second individual took Miss Space's body into an alleyway. I was then rushed by an individual with a knife. I've shot and neutralized that individual. Again, Mr. Brown's state zero then went off. At this point, I realized I was the only officer standing, so my best option was to take the individual I neutralized inside the police building. I've done so. I've searched the individual. He had a firearm on him, police issued, so I can only assume he took it from the downed body of either Mulholland or Miss Space. I've left the downed individual inside. I've gone outside to find any other police bodies. At this point, I was then rushed with a firearm by Mr. Sinclair. I can confirm that this was Mr. Sinclair due to the blood found in the exact same location. I've then neutralized Mr. Sinclair before being neutralized by what I believe to be Kai Sinclair. Again, I can confirm that due to the blood found on scene in that location. Sorry, I don't know why I stopped. From that point, Mr. Sinclair, being Kai, took my body, robbed it, drove me in a black Italian Grotti, and dropped me in the middle of the street, which I felt a bit unnecessary. Someone managed to pick me up and take me to a hospital. I've then managed to get back on my feet. I've made my way back to Mission Roll. As I'm at Mission Roll, it seems that Mr. Sinclair and his cronies had returned and started robbing down bodies again for a second time outside Mission Roll. I've then ushered them on to leave. I told them I wouldn't do anything at that moment in time due to the fact I was pretty defenseless. I recovered all the police officers' bodies, took them to Pillbox, where we returned to Mission Roll and sort of collected some evidence from the area. That's the first incident. So you need me to continue to the second incident?
Yeah, if you would.
Second incident, we were in the cells with the individual that I had managed to neutralize and keep safe in Mission Roll. We had done a GSR check on that individual. He was high intensity, along with the firearm I recovered from him that was subsequently stolen from me by Mr. Kai Sinclair. During this time, there was multiple threats and 999s from Jay Sinclair, threatening to take people hostage and that he was not afraid to shoot them. Obviously, this is highly dangerous to the public, so we made towards. I was then rushed by two individuals with a gun from behind me. They shot and neutralized me again for the second time. They didn't take my body or gun this time. However, I do believe they managed to get yourself, Mr. Mulholland, and hold you at ransom for the return of the individual in the cells. As I arrived on Alta Street before being neutralized, I obviously witnessed Mr. Sinclair holding the hostage that he claimed to have on Alta Street. I was then no longer involved in any of the subsequent actions after that.
Okay. Is that everything?
Yes.
Is that all your questions, Mr. Markham?
No. Can you describe any physical evidence that links Mr. Sinclair to the incident?
Yes, as I mentioned in my summary, in the exact location that I neutralized the suspect rushing me with a gun, Mr. Sinclair, being Jay, was found. His blood was found on that scene. Also on the scene of the stolen vehicle to which I had shot towards.
Objection, Your Honour. The facts are still aside. They're not in evidence. The original documents are not in evidence, only written in as being his blood.
we've covered this, Your Honour.
Yeah, I'm going to over all that.
Okay. Were there any identifying features about Mr. Sinclair or his behaviour during this incident?
Objection, Your Honour, compound. He's asked 2 questions in 1 question.
Yeah, I'm going to sustain that one, Mr. Mulholland.
Okay, then I have no further questions.
Many thanks. Defence is now your chance to cross-examine Mr. Wed if you so wish.
I've only got 1 question.
Yes, Mr. Strong.
The main person you've been talking about is Mr. Kai Sinclair. Is that correct?
Well, it's not the main person. We're here for Mr. J. Sinclair, but Mr. Kai Sinclair was also involved, correct?
And he was the one you've been mainly talking about today when you've been referencing Mr. Sinclair.
No, J. Sinclair.
How can we now know which Sinclair you were talking about when you're saying Kai Sinclair, J. Sinclair, Mr. Sinclair?
Because I said J. Sinclair when I mentioned J. Sinclair, and I said Kai Sinclair when I mentioned Kai Sinclair.
He did say it multiple times, Mr. Sinclair, but I've got no further questions, Your Honour.
Mr. Wed, you may return.
Good, didn't he?
What's doing his?
Mr. Wed, thank you for your time. You may return.
I'm going to call you as a witness. Is that okay? And we'll talk about what we talked about in the interview.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so the presentation of evidence has concluded, and we'll now hear the closing arguments.
We've got the defence witnesses, Your Honour.
Sorry, Mr. Stroker. Have you got any witnesses?
I would like to call my client, Mr. J. Sinclair, to the stand, please. Hello, Mr. J. Sinclair.
Sorry, I
Sorry.
have to.
I keep forgetting about that part. I normally come up after and don't call my witness up.
Okay, Mr. Sinclair, can you repeat after me, please? I solemnly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I solemnly declare the evidence that I'll give will be nothing but the truth.
Can you speak up, Your Honour?
Can you shout for me, Mr. Sinclair? Thank you.
I solemnly swear that evidence I'm about to give is nothing but the truth.
Okay, Mr. Stroke, you may proceed.
Thank you. Mr. J. Sinclair, you were involved in an interview at MRPD. Am I correct?
Yes.
Objection, Your Honour. This is not an evidence, as Mr. Stroker tried to claim during the pre-dietary hearing, which we discussed that we were not using this as evidence.
Which he's literally got in the evidence that there's an interview in an interview summary. I'm talking about what's happened in the interview.
So you're talking what's happened in the interview, which we discussed was not going to be used as evidence.
I'm going to sustain this.
Thank you.
Next question, Mr. Stroke.
What were you doing on the 11th?
I was working. I work for the Los Santos Power and Water Company, fixing power lines and fixing broken pipes.
Okay. Can you talk about the times of your work that day?
I started at 9 a.m. and finished around 5:30.
And where in the city were you working that day?
I was going all around the city. One at MRPD, we had a call that the junction box just outside of MRPD was faulty, so I stopped and had a look around. I then slightly electrocuted myself, nothing too major. Had a little bit of blood. I went back to the van and put a band-aid on. And then I continued through Mirror Park, going up all the way up to Vinewood, and then I came down on Alta Street, where I got out and fixed a power line on Alta Street, where I was up the actual pole, and that's my day. And then I was driving home from work, and I got pulled over by the police and now on.
What attire do you wear when working?
When I work, I was wearing a black polo t-shirt, some normal standard issue black building pants, with a hard hat, a belt, and some boots.
At any point during your working day, did you not have access to your phone?
Yes, when I was up the pole and my phone was in the van. I was up the telephone pole on Alta Street, so my van was unattended, meaning my phone was unattended.
I have no further questions, Your Honour.
Mr. Sinclair, how are we?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, not bad. Mr. Sinclair, you described the fact that you worked on Mission Well, is that correct?
A firm, yes.
Where was it you decided to tell us that you had blood?
What'd you say?
Where was it you decided to tell us that you drew blood?
Around, outside.
Do you want to feel on this spliff, bro?
Around outside. I'm pretty sure in your statement there with Mr. Strolke you said at the junction box. Is that correct?
Yep, at the junction
Okay.
box.
Could you sort of just give me a reason to why your blood was not found at that junction box? Was found on the scene of
Objection,
the
Your Honour.
shots
Facts, not
of
an
the
evidence.
neutralisation? I mean, it is an evidence.
You're going to overrule that one, Mr. Stroker. It is an evidence I agree.
Your blood was found on the side door at the area I neutralised the suspect running at me with a gun. Could you tell me why that would be?
Why that was be?
The objection compound.
It's one question, Your Honour. It can't be compound.
Yes. Overruled. Continue, Mr. Wed.
Could you tell me why your blood was found on the scene of the neutralisation of the
Because
suspect running at me with a
on
gun?
the city maps, the junction box is on the old city maps at the side of. There's supposed to be two, one at the front and one at the side. So I went over there after not noticing that I had injured myself to look for the other one just to make sure there was not faulty on both, just one.
Okay, Mr. Sinclair, are you any relation to Kai Sinclair or Zach Sinclair?
Not at all. No.
Your Honour, someone's just throwing something at you in the courtroom.
Sorry. Officers, can you find out who that person is and get them removed from my court, please?
Just the two individuals upstairs would be great. Sorry, Your Honour, where were we? Yes, Mr. Sinclair, could you just confirm if you were related to either of them?
No, I'm not related to any of them.
Okay. Mr. Sinclair, you made a 999 call from Alta Street. Is that correct?
Objection,
Nope,
Your Honour.
never
Facts already answered.
It wasn't actually, but sure. You're telling me you didn't make a 999 call from Alta Street?
Nope.
So could you explain why a 999 call stating your name was made, stating that you had a witness, a hostage, and you were willing to shoot them?
Like I said, at Alta Street, I was up a telephone pole. My phone was unattended in my van. So how
Unattended
can
in
I-
your van. Do you
Yes.
lock your van when you work?
I do, yes.
So no one would have had access to that phone.
Unless they break in.
Did anyone break into your van?
Objection, Your Honour. Facts, not an evidence.
Oh, well, I mean, this is just new light coming to information here. We're just trying to sort of justify the fact that his phone was left
Yeah, I'm
on.
going to overrule that, Mr. Stroker. Continue, Mr. Wed.
Did anyone break into your van?
Yes.
And why did you not report this to the police?
Because I have no trust in the police, because once I was, I'm going to prove this to you now. When I was in my interview room, I said something to you as freedom of speech and you tried to press a more charge. Why would I then try to have faith in the
Sorry, Your
police?
Honour. Can you just confirm what you said to me in the interview room as freedom of speech?
As freedom of
Objection, Your Honour. We've already determined that anything said in the interview room cannot
He's
be
bringing
said
it
in
up
this.
in his own statement. He's making it evidence now.
Sorry, Mr. Wed, what are you asking for here?
I'm asking what he said to me in the evidence room.
And there's no
Yeah.
relevance also to the crimes.
I mean,
committed.
okay, we'll bless that. You're telling me that you had issues with the police for something that happened after you've not claimed that your car was
I've had
stolen.
issues with the police too. Just by the way they talk, they make me feel threatened. Don't have a friendly nature with them anytime I've interacted with them.
Mr. Sinclair, could you give me one example of a time you've interacted with the police prior to this incident?
When I got pulled over for a speeding ticket in a friend's car, he came up and didn't listen to why. Maybe I might have been speeding. Maybe I was getting hurt. He didn't care. He just wanted to give me the ticket.
And did you receive the ticket?
It was he turned it down to a warning because he
Documented
just didn't-
warning, correct?
verbal warning.
Interesting. Your Honour, there's no evidence of Mr. J having any interaction with the police in this city prior to this incident. Mr. Sinkler, could you
Objection,
explain
he just
why...
testified in court.
Not really a testimony, I'm just giving facts. Mr. Sinkler, obviously...
He needs to. The judge needs to rule on the objection.
Sorry, my voice box has been. I'm going to sustain that one. Sorry, Mr. West.
Mr. Sinkler, you were wearing when you were arrested a blue ruined jumper, cream trousers, and white shoes, along with the dreadlocks you currently wear. Could you explain why someone of the very similar clothing was spotted on both incidents, Alter Street and the handing over of Mr. Mulholland?
Have no idea. I must just have a good dress sense, you know. The dreads are quite popular from what I've seen around the city. So, you know, I have no idea. Like, countless officers before me have said it's available. My clothing that I was wearing when I got arrested is very widely available throughout the city.
Are you doing that?
Perfect, okay. Mr. Sinkler, could you tell me what vehicle it is that you have for work?
I drive a white LS power and wash van.
What type of vehicle is that? Sorry.
It's a van.
And you own that, correct?
No, it's rented out to me by the company.
So there'll be documentation of you owning that vehicle.
Like I said, it's a company vehicle. I just drive it for work.
Perfect. No further questions, Your Honour.
Many thanks, Mr. Wed. You may return to your seat.
Thank you, Your Honour.
Thank you, Mr. Sinclair. Okay, so we have now heard all of the evidence. We will now be moving to the closing statement stage. Prosecution, if you'd like to approach.
Thank you very much, Your Honour. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Your Honour, the prosecution has provided some clear and factual evidence to demonstrate Mr. Sinkler's involvement in the crimes committed on December 11th, 2024. The testimony of officers who were directly involved has a consistency in identifying Mr. Sinkler's actions during the evidence. The forensic evidence, being the DNA and blood samples, were recovered from the scenes which Mr. Sinkler incorrectly identified where his blood would be. Directly links him to the crimes. Additionally, the records of the 999 call made from Mr. Sinkler, to which he states his vehicle would have been locked and no one would have had access. Additionally, the circumstances that align with the events provide further corroboration. The evidence presented has shown that without speculation or personal opinion, Mr. Sinkler was actively involved in the incident at Mission Row and played a key role in the endangering of public safety, taking the hostage of Mr. Mulholland. The case against him is supported by physical evidence and multiple eyewitnesses' accounts, leaving no room for reasonable doubt. We ask that you, the jury, review the facts of this case and find that Mr. J. Sinkler was guilty and all the charges brought against him. Thank you very much to the jury. Your Honour, you look very dashing.
Thank you, Mr. Wed. Mr. Stroke, if you'd like to approach and provide your closing statement.
Thank you, Your Honour, and members of the jury. As the prosecution definitely said, it's without reasonable doubt. And with this case today, there is very much doubt. The police officers in question only were able to identify a Mr. Kai Sinclair, mainly, and a Louis Armari. Jay Sinclair apparently was recognised by wearing clothing, which the officers have decided, have stated that can be purchased anywhere in the city. The 999 calling record, my client states, was locked in a vehicle that has been broken into. And the blood on the scene, although there is no factual report of it, apart from his details being written in, my client has states he's injured himself on the job, where he was wearing different clothing to what the officers are stating. So with all that being said, there is very much reasonable doubt, and with that, I would hope you would all, members of the jury, find my client, Mr. J. Sinclair, not to be confused with Kai Sinclair, not guilty of all charges. Thank you, jury, and thank you, Your Honour.
Thank you, Mr. Stroker. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I have pre-spoken to you in the jury room to advise you of your role here to decide the facts of this case based on the evidence presented in this courtroom and the law that has been explained. It is important that you base your verdict only on the evidence you have seen here, not on any outside information or personal opinions. The prosecution has the burden of doubt, proving the defendant's guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. The defendant is presumed innocent, and if you have any reasonable doubt about their guilt, you must find them not guilty. Okay. So once you've reached a verdict, you'll notify the court and we'll proceed accordingly. You'll now retire to the jury room to deliberate. I believe you've selected a full person who will guide you and your discussions
How do you think we've done
ensure
that?
everyone has a chance to be
Think
heard.
we've done- do you think
Your
we've cooked?
verdict must be unanimous unless I instruct otherwise. If you have any questions during deliberations, please submit them to Officer Mustard, who is acting in the role of bailiff tonight. Remember, do not discuss this case with anyone outside your jury group or seek outside information. Once you reach a verdict, notify Mr. Mustard and you will return to the courtroom to deliver it. The court will be in recess.
How do you think that went?
You wanna talk about skewing evidence, okay?
No. Let's see. How do you think?
I think it's good. There's, the police officers only basically talked about a Mr. Sinclair after talking about a Kai Sinclair.
Yeah, true.
So there's no differentiation between the two.
True.
So there's definitely doubt here, and they didn't bring anything out from what they were saying. So we'll see what happens.
Gunshot pings, gunshot pings, gunshot pings. Look at them, look at them. Like ants. Gunshot pings, gunshot pings.
Fuck you.
Gunshot pings, look at that. Firearm in hand. Gunshot pings. Disgusting. Gunshot pings. Ugh.
Who's shouting? Oh, up there.
Hi guys.
Shut up.
Do you think he's guilty or not guilty?
He's guilty.
He's definitely guilty, isn't he?
Ah, he's not guilty, but free to go.
Did you do it? There's no one in here. Did you do it?
No, I didn't do it.
That sounds like someone did it to me.
Katie, do you want a date, yeah?
No.
Why not? Katie, you're so beautiful.
He did do well on the stand, though.
Oh, my sweet
Who, me?
Katie.
Yeah, he did very well on the stand.
Thank you. Who's shooting?
Ow!
cops?
Ow!
Whoever's shooting's
Can
outside.
we get Mr. Sinclair down into the cells, please?
Yep, you can have me down in the cells. Yep.
This way.
Oh, look at the walk. That's not a guilty man if I've ever seen one.
If you'd all like to
Alright.
You sound like you got a bit of a cold, Miss Simpson.
Hmm?
You sound like you got a bit of a cold.
I had a bit of a cold, but now I'm a bit better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ah shit. All right.
You need enough for the water at all?
No, I'm good, Miss Simpson. Thank you.
the jury remain in that room.
Okay, sure.
Until called for. I believe the court is being shut down at the moment.
Yeah.
Sinclair is already in the cells.
Even they don't refer to you as a J. Sinclair.
What'd you say?
Even they on the radio don't refer to you as a J. Sinclair.
It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I just can't, I can't wait to get out of here, go back to work and still be an upstanding citizen of society,
LSJ. Hello.
I speak
speak to the judge up in the jury, in the
You
courtroom?
locked up an innocent man.
Come into
Oh.
my chambers.
Lovely, I'm coming across now, mate.
Hey, you guys, you've ever been in a prison cell?
Have you ever been in a prison cell?
Yeah.
No.
I've fallen asleep in one by choice, but other than that, no.
No.
Oh, that's a lie. You've been in there to handcuff suspects.
So,
That's been not in a prison
all right,
cell. That's
you
not a
tell
prison
me.
cell.
Okay, you tell me how I'm supposed to feel against you guys when you locked me up, took away my freedom for a supposed crime that I committed. Of course, I'm gonna be some way. Do you know what mental torture that does to someone? Just looking at the same fucking four walls every day. Shit's torture. And to do it to an innocent man too is even more torture.
We'll see whether you're innocent or not shortly. I know nothing about the case other than what has been said in the.
Is that Miss
courtroom.
Rudolph, the one that was trying to be my lawyer?
Now is it in a canal? Should I go and
Stay in here. You've been warned to stay in here, so.
What did you say? Sorry.
I haven't said
I was just
anything.
saying everybody's been told to stay inside.
You're very quiet, Miss Simpson.
She's just the other side of the room.
Everybody's been told to stay inside. That's I was telling the officers.
Okay.
You wouldn't know that because you don't have access to your phone, which you just had the alert on.
Oh, all right. When do I actually get my phone back?
Hey, Stroker, are you on radio?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, what's your client's...
Fuck,
your,
I miss Flappy
cell?
Bird,
Can
dude.
you come to the court, the judge's room?
You want me up to the judge's room?
Yeah, just so we're all safe in here.
Okay. Right. I've got to go up to the judge's room, so.
Yeah, do you, man?
I'll talk to you when everything comes back up.
Yeah, all right. No worries.
Sinclair's trying to break him out. So, yeah.
The people upstairs are fighting.
I think there's. Okay, I'll go deal with them, but I think there's bigger situations right now.
Am I the only one that thinks we need an actual panic room? For the amount this happens.
I got told you were all fighting. No, we're not friends.
I think we might need to just get some green paint and paint it everywhere.
Green paint? Why?
No, that would be too much fun.
Yeah.
So, right. So, if you think about it from an architect's point of view, there's stairs that go down into the cells, right? So surely we could put stairs somewhere else that leads to a, like, safe room.
Yeah. To be fair, we just need a new courthouse.
We do.
We do.
Hello, I'm back.
There's literally a wheelchair ramp that if you go out of the wheelchair ramp, you've still got stairs to go down.
Right, I'm gonna go back in the jury room, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Well, yeah, having some kind of stairs down here. Would be good.
Where the fuck's the wheelchair ramp?
So do you know on the if you are looking outside of the courthouse to the left side?
Yeah.
There's a wheelchair ramp into that part of the building.
Oh yeah.
But then if you go out of
can't
that,
actually go in that door.
yeah, but then there's still stairs that you have to use to get to that ramp.
Jesus. Oh yes, so there is.
Okay, so gentlemen, as the building's in lockdown, if you're happy, we can still proceed with obviously the jury's verdict, etc.
I think we just wait till PD sort out what's going on outside.
Yeah.
How are people getting to shoot?
I'm hoping, to be fair, any of this gets time served
you
because he's
shut
been in
off?
prison since he's
I
been
don't.
held till trial.
Oh, if you,
Right.
100% should get.
Tell me when I last shot my gun.
Pablo's hospital?
Oh. Accusations.
Accusations?
Yeah.
Do you have a suppressed class 1 by chance and carry a white mask?
No.
You don't?
I'm black mask.
I'm Mafia. Black mask. Take your mask off. Take the mask off. I've told you about the masks. Keep it off.
I was actually nearly late to trial
Right.
today.
I thought that was talking about Bumblebee.
Aye, well,
Have we?
at least you didn't have to go take a nap to refresh your
go fuck
minds and
yourself.
end up bloody
Well, I
lost in the void.
I was thinking about a Chinese,
Oh,
and it took an hour and a half for delivery when it stated 45 minutes. I guess that's just Friday the 13th for you.
Well, I had a lovely fish and chips and curry sauce. It was marvelous.
Well, it is Fish Friday, isn't it?
Defeat Batman.
Well, to be fair, I didn't have fish. I had a sausage.
Oh, did you know?
Was it buttered as well?
Yes.
Whatever you enjoy. What is all good? I've just realised the court trial's been going on for about an hour and a half.
Right, I'm going out, guys. They need officers out there. So, what do you want me to do?
I'd prefer that there is someone in here to protect us.
Yeah, I'll stay in here. I'll stay in. I mean, it's better off as me being in here. I'm not firearm trained, so I'll stay in here for safety of you guys. That's fine. I'm just gonna wait inside of the courtroom though, just so I know no one's coming in.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Mr. Mustard, can I just make something very clear? If Salvador Ramirez enters this courtroom, he is to be arrested.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I'll let them know.
Fab, thank you.
Yeah,
I don't
and
believe
take-
he's in. I don't believe he's going to be coming in anyway.
Well, he has texted me asking if he can come to court yet.
Yeah, he did attempt to join the jury, and he lied to me. He lied to me that he was called for jury duty.
He also took me hostage at knife point the other day.
Is that not part of the case he was coming to court for anyway?
I don't
if
have
he
a
is-
clue.
Yeah,
if
then
he
he
is
took the DA hostage.
if he is arrested, can I have him downstairs in the cells, and we'll deal with him post days
Yeah, that's
after this
absolutely
trial.
fine. Yeah, that's
Thank
absolutely
you.
fine. I am Brown.
Does any of you have is it Marsden's number?
Okay, Brown.
He's the
there's
one
a
that goes
massive
driller.
situation going on at the moment at the courthouse with shots fired.
How's it going?
Yeah, I've asked someone to send it me before, but it never got sent properly.
Oh, hold on, I've actually got something for you. I can send you.
Why'd you look like him then?
Hello, Judge McKenna. Hello, sir. No, there's currently an incident outside
I'm
the
inside the
courts,
courthouse,
it's
and there's
been
not
lodged
much
for your
I can
safety.
do. There's a lot of shots fired. I'm not firearm trained.
Okay, the court's
bring him
currently in
back to court.
recess whilst this incident's being managed by LS Met. I'll have Officer Mustard come and ensure that your welfare is met. I like food, water. Okay. Okay, I'll get someone to come and deliver some food to you. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you, I've just got that.
Mustard.
Yeah, all good. Sorry, I meant to send it the other day.
Mustard.
Mate.
Are you inside the court?
Yes, mate. I'm inside the court. I'm in the jury.
Could you take some food to the jury members?
Hey, fam, mate. Yeah, I'll come
I'm
over.
just hungry.
Can you give us a
Thank you.
dance?
Oh, sorry, guys.
Have you got food?
Not enough for all of them, though. I've got 3 sandwiches and 3 coffers.
I still need to figure out when I can get this other case rescheduled.
I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. Everyone's shouting over radio. It's crazy.
If you want to have a quick look inside my pocket and take the tiramisu.
Yeah. Absolutely fine. Tiramisu. 8. Lovely. Can I just take some of them drinks as well? Is that okay?
I'll grab some drinks
lovely.
for you
Yeah,
as well.
lovely. No problem.
How many jury members is there? There's 7.
There's
isn't
6.
there?
No, 6 altogether.
6. Yes.
So there should be enough.
Okay, there you go. If you have a look again, there should be
Lovely.
6 to the right-hand side.
Yeah, I've got them, pal. Lovely. Right, I'll go take them in. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me give you these back as well. There's only 6 of them. I believe that's you. There we go.
Thank you. I knew this was going to happen.
Hmm. I'm gonna have a seat.
So how are we, Mr. Stroke? Anyway, I
I'm
barely
good,
spoke
yeah.
to you today, apart from during the trial.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yes, the other night when I said if I press my radio twice, I've been taken hostage. Well, I got taken hostage and I didn't get an opportunity to press my radio.
I was thinking that when I saw the birdie post. As soon as I saw the birdie post, I went to the police station to report the people that had come up to talk. That I saw you talking to at the garage. The ones in the 24/7 jackets.
Yes,
And I
they,
obviously called text McKendrick as well.
I'll be honest with you, they were probably the nicest hostage takers in the world. They offered me a whiskey.
Apologies, a client's calling. Good evening.
Hello, Richard. Just making an inquiry.
Yep.
So I've just been to City Hall. Friends
Yes.
inside. There's a bunch of shooting, so I'm waiting behind the police signs. When I got close to the blue signs, they told me to leave the area, so I just went like further away from the blue signs. They've then tased me off my bike, shot my bike tires, told me to leave.
Okay.
Guys, I may have to go out.
They shouldn't be doing that. Because you're past the cordon. However, obviously there is active shots fired, so. But they still shouldn't be the right to do so.
I was just wondering because I was behind their blue line, their blue sign. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm currently locked in the courthouse because of a case that's happening.
Yeah, I can tell.
But I will have a chat with the DA and see what they can do, because you might be able to get damages from that because you're past the cordon and they've shot your tires out.
Yeah, I mean I'm bleeding now, so I've got to go to hospital.
Yeah. Okay. If there's medical people at the hospital, get a medical report. Get a photo of your bike if you're able to as well.
Right, in a
But
bit.
yeah, stay safe, stay legal.
Bye bye.
And this is why I should have been to firearms trained so I can actually intervene and help. I've been asking for a week and I haven't even been given authorization.
A client of mine is behind the police barricades but has had his tires shot out and been shot by police.
I understand, mate. We're trying to contain the area as best as we can. But there's active shots being taken. Officers are trying to get their location at this site as we speak.
Yeah.
I think they're on top of rooftops and they're just shooting at anybody they see. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I just want them to make sure they don't hit people that aren't involved.
No, I believe
my
they're
client's
only in.
bike is now written off and he's having to go get medical attention.
Yeah, I understand that part. Obviously, I think they're trying to neutralize people who have got the firearms. As long as your defendant isn't being intervened with
no, my
the
client's
officers.
not interfering, no.
No, as long as he's not or she's not getting involved, then it's absolutely fine. She won't be shot at. She won't be neutralized.
Yeah, they've come up to the barricade wondering what's happened. Police officers have told them to leave the area. They've gone to leave the area and then they've still been shot at.
What, by officers or?
Yeah, by officers.
Okay. Make a complaint that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I can't do anything about that. I don't know what's going on out there.
Yeah, I know. It's just it's a situation.
You'd have to speak to the individual who has shot.
But yeah, it's one of those things. I understand, but we'll see what happens from this.
Mhm.
Do we even know who's shooting?
Me personally, no. I can't give you any evidence on that. I don't know.
Okay.
All I know, there's multiple shots being fired.
I've just realised something. Is your arch enemy the Coleman family?
Who?
The Coleman's family.
To be honest with you, I don't know who they are.
Well, the opposition mustard brand.
No, yeah, probably. I mean, if I see them, then yeah.
Mr. Striker, I must admit that was a very
That was a
low
what? Sorry.
shit. Excuse me.
I'm just gonna
Pardon
go
my language.
check
It
on
was
the
a
jury.
shit.
A bad joke.
Yes, yes. Below par, one would say.
Yeah, I think my mental strength's gone from the court case. To be fair.
Same here, Mr. Striker. Same here. I'm glad I haven't got to make the decision. To be fair, I'm glad that's why I
Yeah.
got the jury.
How's your head feeling now, anyway?
So.
I'm guessing it's probably because the amount of people in the city hall.
Maybe, but it happened last night as well when there was only like 4 of us in.
Do you have any contacts?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the contacts interfering with the new lights we just had installed for Christmas.
Maybe. I might need to check that.
I know those ones that are NVE brands can have very much a lot of issues.
Okie dokie, so that's coming out.
So, Mustard dropped all the food on the floor and one of the jury members took it all. So I just threatened him with contempt of court if he doesn't give it to all the other jury members.
It's a shame it can't be evidence tampering if the food was evidence. Oh, I'm just trying to come out with jokes today and they're not working.
Imagine putting food as evidence.
How did they die?
Court case
You
lasts 2 weeks.
fed them a mouldy chocolate bar.
Don't. There was one stage in here I was eating mouldy chocolate bars because it's all I had.
I know. We had to sing Soft Kitty to you.
Kendra, do you need food?
No, I'm good, mate.
No, does none of you need food here?
No. We've
Oh,
got
good, thank you.
we've got a fridge full.
No worries.
I had to actually empty out some of the stuff from the fridge today.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Some of the drinks had gone off.
I was gonna do a section 1 search on the individual, and then they dropped it straight away.
If you put fresh things on old things, they just.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think contempt of court is probably one of the scarier options.
Yeah.
100 months and 1,000. That's right, isn't it? Contempt of court. 100 months and £1,000 fine.
It's judge's discretion.
It's judge's discretion, but that sounds fine.
Well,
I
yes.
remember when the Chief Justice was trying to push 7 years.
Yeah.
Well, some people deserve that for their attitude.
To be fair, some contempt of court, I would give 100 months. I would give a year, but it depends.
Yeah.
Depends on the circumstance.
Well, I like how we've now got failure to appear as a charge.
Yeah, it's an actual charge.
There's been a few new charges that I've been looking over.
Yeah.
I think there's still room for a lot of amendments to the law.
Indeed.
Yeah, I'm speaking to the judge now.
Hello, Mr. Wade. Come on in.
Well,
Mr. Wade.
members of Mr. Sigma's OCG are attempting to break him out at the minute. Montella's suggestion is that we get a deliberation so that we can get this over with. They can't break someone out who is obviously either sentenced or released. So if we just do it,
Yeah, yes, I did mention this to the DA and the defence.
Okay,
So if you're happy to proceed with the jury's verdict, and then we'll move on to sentencing, etc.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you. Mr. Mustard, are you on this ready? Say that again. Sorry. Can you bring the jury out, please? All of them, yeah. Yes, please.
Sorry, Judge.
No, you're letting this out, aren't you? No, you're letting this out.
Say again, sorry?
I'm so scared of what just happened. I'm
Yeah, I got you now.
petrified. Abraham, are you okay
Judge,
to
would
do
you like me to
this?
stay up there? Just in case. Yep, no problem.
Abraham, I hope you're okay to do this, Abraham, because that was
yeah,
really
great. We're just trying to
traumatic.
fight off this LCG that want to break the gang member out.
This is very
Yeah,
traumatic.
it's confirmed Kai Sinkler trying to break out his brother.
Just say, go and sit next to your lawyer.
Sounds good.
Make sure that back door's shut, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to be.
Don't
bringing
open it,
this,
but just make sure.
Court's going to be back in session.
Just to confirm, the doors are locked, Judge.
Thank you.
Whoever's, yeah, she's invisible.
Mr. Foreperson, have you reached a verdict?
Yes, hello, Judge. We have reached a verdict.
Can you please read your verdict aloud?
After our deliberations, the jury have found Mr. J. Sinclair not guilty on all counts.
Oh, my microphone clapping is not good.
Okay. Mr. Sinclair, you have been found not guilty on all counts by the jury. So you are free to...
You can tell your brothers to stop shooting at us now to get you out, mate.
Thank you, Your Honour.
Yeah, tell your friends to stop shooting.
Sorry to break comms. Somehow the jury have found him not guilty, so he's getting released anyway.
So this now concludes the trial, and this case is
You-
now
you heard that
adjourned.
correct.
Jury
Sorry,
members,
Pat.
I'd like to thank you for your time and your efforts today in providing this verdict. I hope you all have a fantastic.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so excited.
I'll discuss this with the DA and the Chief Justice, and we'll contact you accordingly.
You wanna? I don't know how this works, but I'd like to obviously apply for an appeal due to obviously the ongoing situation that his brothers are shooting at us.
Which objection he admitted on the stand that he was not his brothers as well.
Mr. Stroker, I'm talking. Mr. Wed, I advise that you take this up with the DA, as that's his remit.
I would.
for
Trust me, I
appeals.
will do. I've just been shot at by the same people that shot us for this exact incident, and I'm not going to let this stand.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honour. Can you make a note on the
Abraham,
MDT,
let's go,
please, for my
Abraham.
client to get his money back as well?
Yes.
Is it safe to leave, officer?
No. Can you just ensure
No,
that
it's
the
not
jury
currently.
members
It's
get
not
back?
safe right now.
Can we not leave? I'm being fucking
He's
trapped
never
in
got
this
fined because
hellhole,
he
and
was
this is
remaining
fucking so
custody.
traumatic. What's the thing? I don't know.
Richard.
Please let me
Yep.
out on this.
He never
building,
got fined, he
please.
was
I'm
remanded.
claustrophobic.
She got a gun?
Oh, okay. Can he still? Can he get his tag taken off then, please?
Yes.
Because he got put on tag even though he's in prison.
Katie?
I'm still technically, if I go to
Yeah.
sleep, I end up in prison.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll sort that in a minute.
Cool. Cheers, thank you.
Could you take this guy's tag off, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
yes,
Miss
I'd love to
Simpson.
hear them through your voice box.
Pleasure doing business with you, Miss Simpson.
Not guilty by jury.
Interesting. Okay, I'm good.
Because the
Precise
police
memory,
officers
Mr.
kept saying
This is
Mr.
still-
Sinclair after saying Kai Sinclair.
Many thanks.
And I literally determined the fact that we're talking about Mr. J. Sinclair here, not a Kai Sinclair or a Mr. Sinclair, a J. Sinclair. That's great.
Fucking kidnapping us. I'm not the front door. I'm just fucking claustrophobic. I need to get out.
There you go.
Thank you.
You can pass me over that tag for me, please.
Yeah,
Okay, that's perfect.
I'll give it
Take
to you.
care.
There you
Perfect.
go, Miss Simpson.
Thank you.
Hello, dog.
Hey, Jay, if you come downstairs.
I don't know
I'll
which
sort you
dog you are, but hello.
Okay.
I'll leave you to it. You can call me
Would
if
you
you need
like
me.
some bruschetta?
Thank you, much appreciated.
Do you like bruschetta? Yes? Okay. There you go, have some bruschetta.
That was great. And not guilty.
That's okay. Mr. Stroker, thank you for your time. Officers, thank you for your time in court today.
Yep, thank you very much.
Right, come on, Aubergine.
Still need to make sure he gets a phone back and stuff. Are you okay there?
Yeah, I just tripped on a step. I do it all the time.
Well, that's not good.
It's not. Thank you.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Hello.
Is he able to get his phone and radio back as well?
Yeah, you'll need to go back to jail first, but...
Oh, yeah, I was going to say he got taken off him at the cells.
Yeah, yeah.
It wouldn't be on his person.
Yeah, good.
Yes. Been alright?
Yeah, see if you think /jail 150, then 1 for me.
Jail 150, and then the 1, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. We'll go.
So that'll be him being released now. He'll need to get his radio and stuff back from evidence when he comes back to Mission Row.
Right, no problem.
Okay. Are you able to... Actually, no, never mind. I should have told him he needs to go to Mission Row first. Actually, I'll go do that.
I can come with you. Gets me out of the courthouse. I've only been in here for a while.
Yeah, true. Come on.
You want up?
Hello.
Are they still shooting, or is it finished?
The officer said that he doesn't believe there should be any more shots fired around this area.
Not guilty after all of that. They just waffled on about 2 other people doing charges.
Looks like my car's not here.
I've got mine. Do you know what? I've never actually been up to the prison.
Have you not?
No. Would you be able to put it on the GPS for me?
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Thank you. But yeah, I'm gonna guess why the jury said not guilty.
Why?
Your police officers kept referring to a Kai Sinclair or a Mr. Sinclair and never differentiated as J. Sinclair.
Well, put it this way, we've got a strong case against Kai.
Yeah. Also, the evidence of his thing was in. Apparently, they still have the evidence receipts saying it was him, but they only writ it in the evidence MDT.
Mr. Stroker, yeah, you still at City Hall?
I'm on my way up into the jail to get my client back.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah, it was an interesting case.
It was interesting from what I've seen of it.
Yeah. Let's just say there might be some CCTV footage going out later.
Oh, jeez, you peeps.
Is it 75 or 85 on a motorway?
85? Look at PD are all too busy at the minute anyway.
Yeah. To be fair, when this car first came in, it was 88 miles an hour was the top speed.
Oh, jeez.
It has since been upgraded. It doesn't matter what the signs say, there's city laws. That Mr. Wedd's okay on as prosecution for a police officer.
Was he?
Yeah. He asked a few irrelevant questions, and we just sat there and listened to everyone account about how Mr. Kai Sinclair did things. The only reference to Jay was to do with the clothing, which it was already said by the judge that they couldn't use that because there was no photo of my client in that clothing on arrest.
Ah.
Did you just see that message in the DOJ?
Yep, it's Salvador Ramirez.
Yeah, he's an interesting fellow. The police came to City Hall because he threatened the other DA, and then didn't arrest him for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Should have seen it. They came in one of their new police vans, and like 12 police officers came out of the one van.
Jesus Christ.
It was like a clown car. And there's a link to that in on YouTube as a YouTube short. You think he's still here?
Maybe not. Oh, hello. Apparently I can't get in.
Hello? Did you injure your arm when you can't open the door?
Yeah, apparently.
Is there an intercom system that communicates with...
No.
There should be.
There should be.
Just realised I got snow tires on and it's not snowing.
No, it'll probably come back though.
Yeah. Are we to wait here or we just to head back?
Yeah, probably just head back.
So even if I stop, it doesn't work.
I know.
Yeah, so to go about another case, I've got this Bobby Bolson case I'm meant to be prosecuting, but it all fell through when the judge thought I was the defense counsel.
Ah, right, okay. Is he on tag?
I have no idea. I don't know who to get in contact with to go contact him, and I've not been able to get in contact with any officers to try and get a reschedule.
Try speaking to McCarthy.
I'll see what I can do. Because at this time he would have been on tag for about a week.
Okay.
No, it would have been over a week because it was Thursday. Last Thursday you gave me the case. And I'm glad you've gone forward with the, what's it called? The same kind of style that I've done for the layout of evidence. With the one we just done.
Literally, it's just the MDT.
Yeah. And then also the charges and the witness list. Not guilty on all charges.
The charges and
Yeah, well, if charges get changed before court, we're told as a lawyer, you're told the charges are going to be X, Y, Z, and then you go to court and charges have been dropped or added or changed. So if any charges get changed before court and we're not told otherwise, then we've got no defence to the other charges.
yeah, but the thing is, the DA has the right to remove charges at any point until trial.
Yeah.
Because the way I work it is I only downgrade charges or remove them completely.
Yeah. I work the other way. If it's the wrong charge that they've put, then I'd reschedule for the correct ones, and then try and teach the officers in question what other charges they could put onto that as well. So they say obviously the reckless driving. If the person's been speeding, did you get the tag for the speeding?
Yeah.
I can hear gunshots. Sounds like it's coming from near the hospital.
It does.
We should be okay going past the police caution signs again.
Yeah.
And there's someone parked in the...
In the car now. And you get. Fucking warned you.
El Salvador's just taken the DA hostage. Outside City Hall.
No, bear with, I'll put it at 999.
He does have a firearm as well.
Where is he?
He just got taken.
Oh god.
We literally pulled up, he was waiting in a vehicle. He got out with a gun out and got him in the vehicle. He was in kind of a blue in colour...
LSJ secondary?
Hello?
Who was the judge who did that last case just then?
Me.
How have we not found that guy guilty?
Ooh, yeah, you have to speak to. Do you know who
It's a
Jacob is?
trial.
Yeah. His team around him, which is obvious, are killing police on police on police.
It was a jury trial.
Phone it back
Okay,
in.
it was a jury
Like,
trial,
maybe
so
actually
there
leave a
wasn't
text
any
on the service app.
influence from
Get back to you.
There wasn't any.
What was the court outcome? Not guilty on all charges, yeah. Why did your thing not come up in my bar?
Shit. Bye.
Mr. Malone, I would suggest you speak to Mr. Stroker about your situation.
Dad.
Who? Sorry?
I thought you were my dad.
We can go into a
basically-
meeting room if that'd be easier.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
You want to take a seat?
Yep.
So just first things first, I'll listen over your case. If I choose to take it on, I'll let you know what the fee would be for it as well after that.
I did have Faith Carter, I believe her name was.
Okay.
Lovely looking lady. She was looking after my case. She phoned me, but I never got back to her. I'll be real. But then, I've been busy quite a lot. But I want to pick up the case again, and I want to pursue again.
Okay. Is this a civil or a criminal case?
Civil.
Okay. Do you want to talk me through about it? Because I know Faith's been around a little bit recently.
Essentially, it's my son that can talk a little bit more about it. But I was here on his behalf. It's actually him pursuing it. I was taking care of it, as the adult. As he's obviously under the age. Essentially, it's a restraining order against a officer that has been following him around in a non-professional, non-police matter, purely to stalk him, essentially, for no sort of reason to get information or whatever. Sorry, I've just got to take a business call. Give me 2 seconds.
That's okay.
Hello. Drop us a message and we'll get back to you, mate. With what we've got. Please, mate. I can get Jacob here, actually. It's Jacob Russell.
Okay.
It helped the situation a lot better.
I had him as a client the other day as well.
Jacob. You able to come to the courthouse, please? You able to come to the courthouse? City Hall, mate. Yeah. Restraining order. Are we still pursuing that restraining order? The police officer. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Obviously, we've got to speak to lawyers and that's what we're doing now. Are you coming down then, yeah? Worries. I'll just I'll bring him in if you wanna stay here.
Yep. I just need to unlock the door.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, I'll come into the lobby because I need to keep this door locked.
That was my knowledge of it, but
no. So
obviously I've just not been told the right thing.
All evidence is to be submitted.
It is what it is. It's what it is.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Both defense and prosecution have the same allotted time.
I'm just gonna.
Okay.
But it's like
I'm going to go back within the meeting.
Yes. Okay. Would you like to shadow?
Oh shit.
Mr. Stroker, the paralegal's going to come in and shadow this conversation, if that's
Okay. So the paralegal's just here to shadow the conversation. That's okay with you two?
Oh good, oh good.
I don't have a clue what that means, but yeah, that's fine.
He's not a full lawyer yet, but he's learning, so he's just here to observe and learn.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can.
Right. We'll start again from the top. I'm here on behalf of Jacob, my son. Recently, myself and actually him, sorry, I'll rephrase that. Him and actually myself have been experiencing some stalking and harassment by Officer McCarthy. It's not part of his job. He's not doing it to gain information, not doing it in a professional matter. He's purely coming down to, pit stop, garage where Jacob owns and I manage. He's harassing us. There was an incident actually. Jacob, do you want to explain the incident where you and I got arrested? Actually.
Yeah. So basically, I was at pit stop. Obviously because I own it, just seeing over what my employees were doing. Just make sure everything was going smoothly. He comes in, like laughing and joking, hits me with his fist, tackles me to the floor, then puts me in handcuffs. Doesn't say anything, So I slip the handcuffs and I smash him over the head with a fucking snowman and go, "What on earth are you doing?" Which then he then falls on his ass, and I get arrested, which then charges were dropped because he was messing about.
Okay.
Now, another reason why them charges were dropped was because I believe I was illegally searched due to McCarthy's behaviour, and the PD must have seen that as well when I mentioned it. The whole situation. I was illegally searched. They found, supposedly, it was leaves, cocaine leaves. Never actually tested them leaves, so they could have been any regular leaves, which they were. I don't know why they assumed that, really. But anyway, we got arrested, and ever since then, McCarthy's been stalking us.
Okay. Have you
Yeah.
filed
To
an
the
official
point-
complaint with PD about this to a higher up?
Yes, we have actually. DCI stop sign, sorry, Randy stop sign. He's actually came to us and basically he's wanted to push this forward, the restraining order.
Yeah.
Because he feels like, he feels that it's getting too much. McCarthy's coming down to the pit stop, boss is on duty, and we're messing about.
He's playing pool with me, trying to force me to play pool with him. Very odd. And he's sitting outside my house, waits for me to come home at night, which is also very scary. Because you know.
I can get everything from stop signs point of view to see what happens what's happening in an internal investigation standpoint, and to verify that obviously it's been reported.
From what I'm aware, obviously he's been updating me. He's spoken to McCarthy about it. Obviously, it's been, I don't know if it's been dealt with internally or whatever. But I know Faith Carter, as I was saying, she was taking care of the lawyering side of it. But she's not been about.
Yeah, she's had some holiday issues at the time, but she's back around at the moment.
No worries, no worries.
I can get back in contact with her, see where she's at. I can also get in contact with Stop Sign and see where he's at, and then
I believe
go from there.
there are, I think Faith and Stop Sign were speaking to each other about obviously getting it sorted, and I believe it was at the point where a judge was ready for us to have the restraining order be put in place that very night. However,
I went to sleep.
Yeah, we weren't around. But it was an emergency pull ahead because something happened.
Yeah.
Where sorry, McCarthy was he stalking you again, Jacob?
Outside my house.
Oh yeah, sorry, he was outside Jacob's house. And we contacted Stop Sign, and that's where he got the emergency restraining order.
Yeah. Okay. I can liaise with Faith, see what's happening, and Stop Sign, see where we are. Am I correct in saying, Jacob Russell, you're the one I helped in the cells the other day?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I should have your number, so I'll be able to get in contact with you about it. There's nothing really much I can do from here, apart from, like I said, get in contact, see where we're at, figure out what judge it was, and then go from there.
Lovely.
I'll send you mine all across as well.
Cheers, mate.
That reminds me of a TV show, a film I used to like. Your Name. Have you seen of a movie called Bugsy Malone?
Are you not a rapper?
Don't encourage him. I'll tell him he's not Bugsy, he's Post Malone.
Post Malone's the rapper, Bugsy Malone is the movie. It's with the pie guns.
I don't know, I've not watched
Told
it.
ya.
Only another rapper.
Yeah, they literally to search on any search engine, Bugsy Malone, and you will come up with a movie where they use splatter guns and shoot cream pies in people's faces. And they have pedal bikes as well, like pedal cars.
That's
Yeah.
active.
It's great. It's a great little film, honestly. But yeah, like I say, I'll get in contact with them, see where we're at, and then get back in contact with you. Hopefully later tonight, but not too later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
alright.
worries.
Lovely.
Appreciate that, pal.
No worries.
Cheers, pal.
Get in there.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
Hello there. I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, mate. I'm good. You called?
Yeah, it was just a follow-up for the petition that I was looking for you to possibly sign.
Yeah, I mentioned it. Did anyone head down?
Not that I'm aware. I've got 17 out of the 20 to 30 that I need.
20 signatures.
Yeah, I've got 17 out of the 20 to 30 that the courts would need.
Fucking sound. I can have a captive audience. Where do you want us to come and sign?
I'm literally at the courthouse right now in City Hall.
City Hall, right, we'll be there in 2 minutes.
In other news, how's the payment plan been going? Has that all coming through?
Yeah, I mean, he's been keeping up to date with his payments. I think we're at 400 grand now.
Perfect. He said he's going to try and get it paid off by the end of the month, but we'll see how that goes.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah, no worries. Glad that's all going well, and I'll see you at City Hall soon.
See you in 2 minutes.
Yeah, no worries. Oh, my last few ones. Clipboard out. Get me. Where is it? Petition to change law. Ugh. I'll try and call stop sign. Have a quick chat.
Your call.
Faith won't be available. Not in.
Hello.
Good evening. Oh.
Hello.
How is everything okay?
3 signatures right here, my man.
Perfect. You guys
Wait,
want to know what you want to sign?
No, I'm fine. Just show me where to sign. I'll sign.
Yeah, so just this box here, make sure you put your full name.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening.
I need to know your full name. Thank you.
Jamie Khan.
Can you, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Gally, go over and sign this fucking paper.
Perfect.
What's it for?
I don't. Yeah, what is it for?
It's basically so if you go to a mechanic shop and they're not there when they say they're open.
Is he signing
right,
bloody
hold on,
detailed
hold on,
body
hold
all
on,
over?
hold on. Listen.
So, have you ever gone to a mechanic shop and they've said they're open on the app? You get there, the doors are closed and no one's answering the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
This gives you grounds to sue them if this law gets passed.
Nice.
And that
Yes,
means you could get money and also
please.
possibly shut down the business fully.
There you go.
Right, I've signed.
For
I'll
fuck-
be waiting in the car.
Yep.
Right.
Just need
I'm
your
coming to the
full
cars.
name for that, please, in that little box.
Can I just like hold it, please?
Yeah, I could pass this over whenever you're ready.
Yeah, pass over the clipboard, please. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. And here you go.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
You too. Thank you very much. Back into the bucket. Is anyone still on radio?
Yes, me and McKendrick are at the PD. I've just picked up.
Okay. I'm at the courthouse. I've got 20 signatures on this petition so far.
Is this your petition for the services, etc.?
Yeah, the kind of consumer protections.
Your call.
See no. Oh, answered. We're not bothered in answering. Yeah. I'll see if.
Your call is.
No. Back Llewellyn?
Your call.
No. Who's it that I've already got signature? LFB. Kevin Smith. We just. There's another judge there. Just go around and see if I can see any LFB trucks out. Like there's any LFB staff. I don't think I caught your name, by the way.
James Morris.
Well, nice to meet you. How long have you been a paralegal?
Since yesterday evening.
Okay, that's why I've not known you beforehand.
Kendrick, LSJ secondary. Breathe
Yeah.
out, yeah. Yeah, I believe it's Jason. That was outrageous.
Hopefully the PD comes in, picks up all their equipment soon.
You'd like to think so.
Yeah. To be fair, we've got a police car on the side and a police car over there, and they're going to be there probably till the end of the night. Is Tubby around?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice. Your call.
Nothing from them either. Whatever I get paid today will hopefully be more than that. Might not do, but we'll see.
Okay, Mr. Morris, I get taken hostage. Do you want to come in?
Rather unfortunate.
Yeah. Everything all good?
Yes, Mr. McKendrick has just given a statement to the police.
That's good. Hopefully they come down and clear up their signs.
Yes, I'd probably give them a call. I assume they're extremely busy.
Indeed, yes.
Okay, Mr. Strick, I'm going to go to sleep now. It's been a very long evening so far.
No worries.
But if you need me, do feel free to reach out in emails. I'll be able to
will do.
Wake up and see you. Okay, take care.
Right, I'm going to sleep for a little bit. If you need me, please feel free to email.
Hello, Mr.
Hello, is
Lawyer.
everything okay?
Oh no, you're the petition guy, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm the petition guy.
Are you also a lawyer?
I am, yes.
Okay, I
He's a
have a
man of many
question.
things.
If a person is already in jail, is there any way to get him out with like legal side of things?
If a person's already in jail, is the way to get them out. It depends what they're in jail for and how long for.
Okay. What if I don't know why they're in jail?
Right. So if they've pled guilty, then there's nothing we can do. If they pled not guilty, and it's not gone to a trial, then they've not had their procedures followed.
Okay.
And it also depends on how long they've been in jail for and the charge amount.
So he's in there for 150 months.
If he's in there for 150 months, he would have been gone in front of a judge, pled guilty or not guilty, and then it would have gone to a trial after.
Damn. Well, that obviously happened very quickly.
When did this happen?
Literally like an hour ago.
Okay. When they come out, if they come to me and we'll see what happened, if they've pled guilty and a judge has not been present, then they shouldn't have been sent.
Alright. Can we get your number?
Yeah, can I get your number?
Yes, you can.
Thank you. Oh shit.
Thank you.
Yep, no worries.
Have a good day.
You too. I like how no one is replying to the 999. Why do I hear footsteps? I say, I'm not the only one that heard footsteps. Interesting. Right, we had him. Was that cops? I don't know. I think so. Oh. I can hear footsteps, but I can't see anyone. No. I don't know what to do now then. Apart from go down to PD and ask for the officers. Because it's stop sign that's there, and then I don't think I got, what's his name, the other ones. See if he's in the judge's chambers. Mr. McKendrick, are you in the judge's chambers?
No, it's currently on his head.
Oh, okay, no worries. Just wanted to have a brief conversation.
I'll let him know you were looking for him.
Thank you. Oh, there's a police car over there. No. I'm out of there and Paul, what's his name? Who called me earlier? Honor.
Hello, Richard.
Hello, yeah, did you get medical supplies and all that sorted?
So basically, there was a bunch of shit happening at City Hall, and then people got shot at hospital. So, they wasn't able to do it.
Okay. So have you filed an official complaint with the police at all?
No, I haven't been down.
Yeah. I'll come down to, if you want to meet me at the police station, I'll come down and we can see if we can have a chat with an officer about
Yeah,
it.
that's perfect, mate.
Thank you.
Right, I'll be down in a second.
No worries, thank you very much.
Alright, bye-bye.
You know, we'll go the long way and go past Pillbox as well. How you doing, Miz? I did see your message early. Did you hear my reply to what happened at court? And what the outcome was? Yeah, no, all charges weren't dismissed. He was found not guilty. They not that the charges were dismissed. He got not guilty on all charges, because the police just turned around and started talking about a Kai. Couldn't differentiate between a Kai Sinclair, or a Mr. Sinclair, or a J Sinclair. They never determined who they were talking to about any of them. But yeah, it was a good case. It'll make a good video. Talking of videos, there'll be a video coming out on Sunday from UG.
Hello?
Good evening. Good evening.
Do you work as a police officer?
No, I'm a lawyer.
Do you know how to apply as a police officer?
Yes, you have to do it through the emails.
But like, how do I send it? Because it says I can't send it when I... Who do I send it to?
You would do it through the emails. That's all I know.
I don't know. He was. Hello, Rich.
Well, I've not been able to call through yet.
Right.
But like,
Just got absolutely bonneted. Yeah.
But like, do you just say to police or like?
There's an application form in the emails that you have to fill out. I don't know. That's up to you to find out. I'm a lawyer. I don't know anything about the police things apart from that's how you apply.
In the black.
What's happening?
They're trying to figure out how to reply to police. I've said they had to do it through the emails, and they don't understand
Yeah.
that.
Just speak to people. Go outside there and wait for a police officer.
Okay.
Border Patrol also has to have verified your passports as well.
But I talked to a police officer, and he just told me to go get changed 4 times, and then he disappeared.
Yeah. Just wait outside and everyone will come along.
I hope.
Just got absolutely rammed off my bike.
You did say your name.
Undercover, I see. Police are going out undercover, by the way.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
I can't stop
Oh,
and
hello,
say hi.
McCarthy. Did you hear that?
You might want to come off radio because they will search you and they'll use that against you.
How do you mean?
Turn your radio off because when they search you, they'll be able to see what radio channel you're on.
Oh no, it's encrypted.
Then they may just take that radio off you because that would be illegal to have an encrypted radio.
I don't think it is.
I have very much had radios taken off clients because encrypted radios are illegal.
Oh really? Right, one
Yes.
second.
To be fair, a lot of things have been happening, so I don't think many will be available.
Yeah. I mean, my point was, I went really close to the blue things because I didn't see them at first. He said to leave the
Yeah.
area, so I just I went around the corner slightly and sat there waiting for my friends, and then he tases me off my bike and then shoots my tires.
You know which officer it was?
Jack Space.
Ah.
Yeah. That's also why I want to do it, because he's a prick. In the kindest words.
Right. I know his higher-ups are not available at this time, so we probably won't be able to reporting about
Right.
him. If you... Put it this way. Get yourself a notepad and pen, or on a tablet or something. Write an official statement down and save it so you have your memory refreshed.
Yeah.
And then we'll come back and visit this on Sunday.
Right, yeah, that's fine.
I know it will be a few days after the fact, but obviously it's as much as we can do.
Yeah, yeah. I will try to still get medical, but they were just really busy and...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I might put a 999 in saying there's people loitering outside of City Hall.
Yeah, it was all popping off there. Literally, and then it started happening at the hospital.
Yeah. I meant MRPD, sorry, for those people, because I think they're getting into a police van.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the City Hall thing, a lot of stuff happened. I was in the middle of a court case. We got locked in the courtroom and jury room and stuff.
Yeah.
Client got found not guilty though, so that's all good.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, there's not really that much police activity happening now. But yeah, there was active shots at the City Hall. They didn't have the situation under control at all. But if you've moved away and then they've carried on harassing you, then
So you know where the front parking bays are at City Hall?
the cordons are still there. Yeah.
Yeah, so they were there, and I just went like to the side of the city hall.
Yeah.
Like not all the way around, obviously, because I was still waiting for someone. But I
Yeah.
just went in the like parking bays on the side.
Yeah.
So
Scary people outside.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah, I mean, I personally don't see any need for it because once you said, I literally went around the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of those things that it's an active scene. They're still trying to figure out containment and all that, but they shouldn't be tasing your bike tires or shooting at you.
So they tased me and then shot my bike tires,
Yeah, that would be unlawful to do that.
which is just insane.
Yeah. Did you get a photo of your bike, by the way?
I didn't know.
Okay.
Might still be there.
Yeah, it might be worth going back and having a look.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hello, gents.
Hello
Hello.
there.
Right, so you need to write an application, and then you see this little post box here. This little thing here.
Right, I'm gonna go.
Yep,
So
no
just
worries.
write why you would be good for the police,
I'm going to head off as well.
and why you want to join,
Yeah.
and I'll have a look at it.
I'll speak to you someday, I guess.
Yeah, I'll be around someday.
Right, bye-bye.
Mia, is that you? I see you now.
Okay. There's just nothing to do. Need to wait 5 minutes to get my paycheck. Then we go up to the bank up this way. And we'll go from there. I don't know what's happening, but whatever is happening with criminal guns is not good. Because those two look like Jimmy's, and they literally just pulled out a gun, or what looked like it could have been a gun, to shoot a vehicle to get the vehicle. Doesn't seem right, does it? $2,000 and all that. Then we'll see what we get in 5 minutes. Yeah. It's interesting. But yeah, we're going to get back to the courthouse. Then probably clock off for the night. We'll see what we get in our paycheck. Guns are easy to get but quite expensive. Yeah, I guess so, but it's the fact of... Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, is anyone left in the courtroom? Courthouse? That I can see. Go stick some music on. How expensive is a gun though? Because come on, if a Jimmy can get hold of a gun that has only been in for a few hours because they've got a job that's paid a lot of money, or duplicating glitches or whatever, or getting the weapons from the tree, it's not fair on the civilians and the police either, because the criminal could just get a gun from or weapon from the Christmas tree. It's been a long day today, so I'm going to be finishing up soon. Just getting recommendations and stuff. Yeah, it's been a great court day today. Literally just waiting for that paycheck. Then my phone open. Did go through, and we're so close to 900. But yeah, on that note, I'm going to be flying out with Richard.
Evening.
Hello.
So, I'll be live again tomorrow with some Thomas Hansfeld. We're going to see who's live right now, so we'll raid over to. Yeah. Don't know who. We'll do Richard Ryan, who's now back as the. Yeah, it's one of those that it takes a while, but it is what it is, isn't it? Anyway, I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna be live again tomorrow with some Thomas. Got some new student training to do. I've got to have an early night's sleep because I'm going shopping tomorrow as well. So I might be tired tomorrow, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for the next live stream.